All righty, family. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's well. I hope y'all are doing well. Yes, welcome back to another great episode of the Healing Vibes. And of course, you have myself and the one, the only. There she is, Kerry-Ann Ingram in the building.
Hello.
She looking quite exotic today.
Ole, ole.
Exactly. You played mass before, right?
Oh, several times.
I
Yes.
can tell. I can tell you have. You
Mhm.
played mass. Oh,
So I want to put
gorgeous.
mass this year. Ooh,
Good. When is Caravan?
it's the same
Oh,
weekend
Caravana.
as the Forbidden Conference. It's the first weekend
Oh,
in August.
oh, yes. You might not be able to make it to Miami then. Okay, I understand.
No, I'm talking to my ancestor. What's wrong with
Are
you?
you
Don't
talking to you talking to? Okay, make sure the ancestors. Yes, chat with the ancestor. Them.
yes, yes. We
So
gonna work it
so
out.
Yeah, we're broadcasting on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all these places. I see a few people popping up on Instagram. I see them popping. I see Sylvia Traymore popping up. What's up, Sylvia?
Hey, Cynthia.
Morrison, Sylvia Morrison. Yes, give her a round. She's doing her thing, man. Wonderful books. Make sure you Google up Sylvia Traymore and her books, Morrison and the whole family and everybody that's doing their thing. One of the original first female writers of Saturday Night Live. She was on our show. Give that a round of applause.
Yes, that is amazing.
And she's born December 14th. I remember her birthday is December 14th. So today we got a special show for y'all, family. It's just us today. We don't have no guests. That's right. We have no guests. So guess what? This is what we're doing, and all of it. If you want some brief advice from us, please circulate a minimum donation of $10.10 and $11.11 and up. We're going $10.10 and up. We saying with that 1010. And there's a reason why we do these double numbers, these master frequencies in some way, which they might call angel or angle number. All you have to do is use Cash App and PayPal. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that in the chat. I'm going to put the Cash App and the PayPal in the chat. And while we're talking about it, why don't you explain what you're going to do, my dear, from your perspective? Happy Juneteenth to those that are celebrating Juneteenth. Let's say that. Give that a round of applause.
Juneteenth, indeed.
Yeah,
Happy Juneteenth.
that's right. Yes, 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 yes. So explain to the audience that don't know, that are new to us, that are not familiar, please explain what is it that you do from your way of spiritual perspective. Of course, this is your flyer right here, so people know what it is. But you go ahead and talk it up. Talk it up. I got to do something in the background here real quick. Go ahead.
So, for those of you who are new to me, I am a spiritual guide. I'm a certified Reiki master, certified body talk, which is the tapping technique where you tap on each meridian to release stuck energy in the body. Reiki is tapping into the universal energy that is available to all of us and bringing it into the different meridians in the body to help heal and remove stuck, stagnant energies and dis-ease. We put the hyphen there for specific reasons.
Mhm.
And I also use tarot and oracle cards to intuitively deliver messages that I get downloaded to. And the tarot and oracle cards allow you to understand what it is that is being shared for you specifically. So, yeah, I am an intuitive healer. I like to really put myself in that little label, that little box, if I will, because I tap into my intuition and I allow my gifts to really speak to each individual to really figure out what it is that they need. And then I just translate what I get from source.
Powerful. Give that a round of applause, family. Oh yeah, give that a round of applause. Yes, I should be back again. I'm going to pin it at the top. Hold on, let me pin the link to PayPal, and of course, I'll make sure that's right. PayPal and Cash App, and of course, everything that y'all share with us we're going to share with each other. You know, that's what we do.
Exactly. And one thing that I don't know if you guys have noticed, every time I do these readings or we sit with like specific spiritual people, I wrap my head. And when we wrap our heads, we are protecting the energy. Our crown is the energy center that brings in energy and also ports out energy. So our body is an energy field. It's its own toroidal field where energy comes out and in, out and in. So we have to protect it. We have to ensure that whatever we're wearing on top of our head is actually really clean and not filled with chemicals. And if you're going into different environments that is questionable or high energy, you want to make sure that you protect this region of your head for sure.
You're going to wrap your head. Now, is there any particular color you use to wrap your head?
For me, I go by the colors of how I am feeling. Or if I really want to tap into the energy of the day, then I would wear a specific color. Like today I would wear yellow. But I generally tend to gear more to white and black or darker hues. Darker hues, you are pulling in energy, and white, you are repelling anything. So when you see spiritual leaders or individuals, healers and, you know, like oracles and things of that nature, they're clad and dressed in complete white from head to toe. And that's because they don't want to take in any of the energies that they're helping to dispel.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give that a round of applause. That's good information. Family, if you do want to do anything with, you want that brief advice from us, you could either submit your name or your birthday also. I think what do you need? Somebody just submit their name or just ask a question? How do you feel comfortable with what
I
you
like
have to
the name and birthday.
Oh, you like the name and birthday. So somebody did submit $10.10, and this is her name. This is 𝐍𝐚𝐦𝐞 Jalil. You know, I believe that is what it is, 𝐍𝐚𝐦 Jalil. But they didn't give a birthday in the. And remember, please write the birthday in the description section of your PayPal or your PayPal or your Cash App. Please do that. If you're using either one of those things, you use Cash App or PayPal. If you're outside of the United States, you can use PayPal, of course. I don't use Cash App, but if you're in the United States, and you can use Cash App and PayPal. So the PayPal and Cash App is pinned to the top of this link, and that's, of course, paypal.me/King Simon, and of course, Cash App. That's $ King Simon. And do remember, my dear Kerry-Ann, I have to roll the R's with Kerry-Ann. You got to remember, she also has her own individual PayPal on the other side, in case you want to send to her also. But she also has a YouTube channel and also broadcasting on her Facebook by the same name, Kerry-Ann Ingram. And she does have a Linktree. That's Linktree/Kerry-Ann Ingram. Don't forget that. Okay. So you can support her services and what she does. And she is in Toronto, Canada. So you could also do one-on-one services with you too in Canada if they want, right? That's if you might even live in Detroit and want to drive to Canada. Just make sure your passport right, because you still got to do that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And she got jewelry, and she does distant Reiki and also person-to-person Reiki. You know what I'm saying? And I hope she produced some stuff out there in Canada so people from Detroit and other places can drive up and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? She needs to produce that stuff. And you're also welcome to call in after you've circulated your donation. Also, the number is right there, 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. I know there's a name. Okay, she says she just donated and her birthday. Oh, there it is. Now we see her birthday. The person, is it a man or female? Male or female? I'm not sure. Jael Heals or Jael Heals. That's the one that donated the 1010. So, okay, great. We can get right into it. But what I do although my dear sister, and I forgot, I was going
No,
to tell her to change it,
let's
but
wait. Let's talk about the solstice and the full moon for a bit.
okay, well, I mean, I'm just letting them know what I did, so I could tell, because you already told them what you do.
Oh,
You know what I'm
sorry.
saying?
I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, but she put numerology. I do not do numerology. I keep on
I'm
telling
sorry.
people a lot of that. I do numerovation, which incorporates numerology. That's what I do. It's incorporate. Numerology means the study of numbers. As simple as that. That's all it really means, until people cloud it with much more stuff. I'm more specific about what I do. I do a thing called numer, and I know she asked. What's so funny? She texted me and said, "If there's anything to change," and I didn't want her to go through that, because I know how templates can. I said, you know what? Let me stay there, and I'll explain it on there. But I'm branding myself as a numerovator that does numerovation. That's very important to me. It's a brand, and she's a marketer, and so she understands brand.
Yeah.
I'm branding that for a reason. I put it in a lexicon dictionary. I'm just building the algorithm slowly but surely. I'm about loving what I do, not just the likes. And numerovation incorporates not only numerology, but incorporates motivational principles to keep people on the edge of wanting to activate and maximize, just like a radio frequency. When you love that favorite song, Before I Let Go, you want to turn up the volume. My job is to help you turn up the volume, whether you choose to or not. You know how they be on the street, whether you choose to or not. I'm about that life, son. I'm about that life. That's up to you. Because at the end of the day, my dear Kerry-Ann, if these people don't realize that they got the power, if they don't realize they got the power, then they will stay stagnant, and they'll keep the volume down low instead of turning the volume up. Treat it just like a radio station, because every radio station has a number connected to, every radio station has a frequency. And when you hear that favorite tune that stimulates you to want to dance, I've gotten out of a car on the highway and started dancing with my girlfriend. That's how deep it gets for me. So I'll turn up the volume. It's just up for you to do the playful work, which I call plurking. It's up for you to do the playful working.
I love that.
Plurking. I'm plurking my way to the top. You know what I'm saying? I'm not twerking my way. I'm playing and working at the same time, because if you do what you love, you will never work a mother flipping day in your life. That's what it is. And you'll feel the pain of it.
Twerking isn't bad, family.
Yeah, it depends on if you're doing the spiritual twerk.
Exactly. Twerking, releasing and moving your lower region actually releases stuck energy that is stuck in your soul, in your root chakra. So that allows you to feel, when that area is stuck and clogged, energetically clogged, you feel stagnant. You feel like everything is really difficult and you can't seem to get past where you are. There are blocks and you feel like you're basically imprisoned in, like your feet is stuck in some sort of quicksand or even cement. You just feel stuck. When you move that region, you start to release and free yourself.
And enjoy. And girl, hey, look, I mean, I enjoy a good twerk, but if it's spiritual, let's work it. Let's work the twerk. You gotta work the twerk.
That part.
You can't be looking like a few of these white women I be seeing. They have a whole twerking class. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? But hey, they should do it too, to loosen up some of that energy. They should learn it too. But don't let them take it away from y'all, ladies. Y'all gonna make it take it away. They always taking something. Everything they take it.
Stuff away. Stop giving it away. Share.
Yeah, and big up to all the Europeans and everybody from different creeds and colors that watch us and tune in. I mean, no harm by it, but we gotta start giving the due to who it's due to. The original people of the planet Earth been doing that for a long time.
Absolutely.
Been doing it for a long time.
Listen, I was thinking about this recently, and there's so much shame we kind of hold around really cultivating our own space. We like to always open up our own space and bring others in. And I'm like, you know what? That is actually very damaging to us. There's nothing wrong with opening up your space sometimes and inviting people in. But when you have your own in community with like-minded, like Q or whatever, like sex, whatever, you're able to truly be your authentic self. And you're able to do the generational healing that is necessary for us to heal. So like, don't hold shame around that. I personally, I don't think that's a good thing to do.
Exactly. There it is. You'll hear what she said. You'll make sure you hear what she said. You ready to deal with the first one? The first one? Oh,
no.
You said you wanted to talk about the solstice. Go ahead and talk about the solstice real quick. Go ahead.
I wanted to see what you had to say about like the numbers and how the solstice and the full moon in Sagittarius being like the sign of action, are happening on the same day this year.
What day is that?
It's the 21st.
On the 21st? Okay. And it's interesting because Sagittarius is ruled by the number 3. So yes, it's definitely dealing with expression and expansion and growth, but it's also happening on an initiation day. And because 21 is the number of initiation. And in compound numerology, people got to remember that that's why I don't just go directly to the number 3. And especially in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, I tell people that 21 is the symbol of the universe. And it is called the symbol of the world also. And it is called the crown of the Magi. But it takes work to get to that crown. So whatever is happening around that time, especially on the 21st, it's opening you up to receive a crown, but you still got to go through your work. You still got to be determined in what you want to do and how you want, and you still got to be willing to express yourself in order for this work to be worth anything. I keep it simple. I don't get into too much things because I'm not an astrologer. That's more astrology. I'm more the numbers. So
but
you are doing
it's also
astrology.
happening on a Friday, which is Venus Day, day of
which
the love.
Is the Venus of love and balance and harmony.
What number is Friday?
6. That's a balance, love, healing. So 6 and 3 is all working together. That's a very good answer. So that's again, you find yourself, the 3, 6, and 9 might pop up in this whole sequence, which is interesting because 621 adds up to a 9 when you break it all down. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna see that that's where we at. But that particular day, because if you add in the 6 plus the 21 plus the 2024, it adds up to 2051, and that adds up to an 8. So it's taking you back to the infinite possibilities of not only discipline and putting in the work, but also the possibility of attracting the assets that you need and leaving the liabilities alone. Because the 8 is still an attraction for both, either assets or liability, but it's which one that you want to keep in your life.
Listen,
that whole day.
Can you drop a bomb like that? Right there is
one shot. I know. I don't have any bombs.
It's all happening on the full moon in Sagittarius.
Wow.
Right? So beautiful. Right. The culmination and a full moon, this full moon period is about releasing. You've come to the culmination of a certain energy, and it's time for you to disband, release, and move into or start to prepare for the new energy, which is the new moon. And that's the steps that we move towards. And the solstice is a renewing in and of itself, right? Like when we move into that energy, the sun is out. It's a time of year where the sun's shadow spreads longer, so it lasts longer on the planet. It helps to make all the plant life grow. It makes us grow and shine and feel energized. Like it's just that brightening time of the year. So it's really like beautiful how the numbers really support what is actually happening around this time. I love it.
Yes, it's a supportive thing. And I'm glad that and like I said, that's why people like Lloyd does astronumerology. Because it does, and I do it sometimes, but like I said, it's really about not just giving people, reading people, and like somebody said, some people just like to give the hodgepodge and the beauty of it, but there's also a duality that you have to learn to manage some of the weaknesses and some of the the destructive elements that can arise because of some type of trauma from your past or your family. So I'm about managing and excelling on the power of it instead of going down and spiraling down the negative of. That's my job as a numerational perspective. Huh?
Yeah, I love that you said that, because what, like one of the Hermetic axioms, as above, so below. It's my favorite, right. Because it just gets me to be in the moment and be in the now, with realizing that whatever's happening here, it's also happening out there in the ethers. Whatever's happening in my body is also happening out in the world. So if there's chaos, if we feel in our mind very chaotic, very scattered, that means that the energies that are happening in the planet is also chaotic and scattered. So we have to be mindful that we need to take some time and do the practices, like go outside, ground, really slow down, shut off our phones, shut off electronics, and really, really just go within self and allow self to be quiet and still. Because when we stop, we're able to hear what the chaos is trying to tell us, because nothing really happens that is bad. Everything has a purpose. It becomes bad when we mindlessly move through the world, and then that thing, has to become more intense to get our attention. So, yeah, it's wise around this time too. Get outside. The sun's hot. It's hot.
No, is you who hot? You hot? Cook on you. You're hot. Feeling hot.
Yeah.
My dear friend, my late great dear friend, Arrow, man. I used to interview him, and I used to laugh and talk a lot, man. And then he passed on, man. Brain aneurysm, something crazy too. But he had everything translated. He's from Montserrat. Big up to all the people from the Monstrations, all the great ones from Montserrat. That and he has he had a swimming pool that was made into an arrow, which is so cute.
Oh, that's so cool.
In Montserrat, yeah. So big up to Arrow, one of my dear friends while I was in the radio, reggae and soca business. He used to come on our radio show, and we just be laughing and talking. I used to live next to his niece in Brooklyn back in the day, so we used to just laugh and talk. Man, he was such a beautiful soul. When he transitioned, it was very touching to myself and a few other radio people that we know around the world. So yeah. So okay, and let me let everybody know before we get in, because I see 𝐊𝐸 and we got Nicole Stewart also. They also sent the cash PayPal right now. Remember, you can.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, you can actually use, if you want brief advice, family, from us. Please circulate a minimum donation of $10.10 or $11.11 and up. You can go up as far as you want to. And remember, you could use the PayPal that's pinned to the top, or the Cash App that's pinned to the top. That's paypal.me/King Simon, or Cash App $King Simon 3158. I want to also let all of you beautiful people know, since from today until the 22nd, since that's my grandmother's birthday, the hardcovers are only available. Very limited edition of the hardcover. Y'all see me show this hardcover all the time. This is hardcover. The soft cover is sold on Amazon, but this is going to include shipping and handling. $88.88 through PayPal, or of course Cash App, and I will definitely get it sent to you from my printer. And it won't be signed, but if you come to any of the events that I'm going to be at, for the Gathering of the Masters or for the award show, I will sign any book that you bring, any of my books that you bring. I'm not going to make sure I'm clear on that. Any of my books, you bring, stop playing. You start bringing Joe Dispenza's book and you want me to sign it. Weird. We are talking about. Me not look like Joe Dispenza. Me not Joe Dispenza. No, don't bring that book to me. Don't bring those type of books. Bring my book and we can make it happen. And I will sign any books wherever I am at any event that you see, whether it's going to be the one at Miami, whether it's the one here at Atlanta, or the one in October when I'm doing that, I'll sign any of the books. But right now, between now and the 22nd, which is my grandmother, which is the one that I'll open me up to birthdays even more, and the importance of celebrating birthday. My grandmother, she was born June the 22nd, so I want to make sure for this next couple of days, for the whole solstice, I'm gonna people can get that book right now. Get this hardcover book right now. Give it a couple days, probably a good 10 days for it to be mailed out, because I have to go to the printer to have it sent out to you. All right, I have to go to the printer. It's not coming from my house, but I have to go to the printer to send out to you. Okay, so that's how it's going to happen, because it's exclusive. I don't print hardcover books anymore. The first 50 was it. But now I got a limited amount right now. So just letting y'all know that right now. And again, if you do want to have us serve you in any way, you can make your donation and you'll get a bit from her and a bit from me. And you ready to start with one of the first, my dear? You ready to start with the first?
Yeah. Before we do, you guys
okay, go ahead.
Go to my website and please sign up for my mailing list. I'm getting ready to do a event. I'm going to do some sound bowl gatherings. Okay. So sound healing, really, really helpful to release. Oh, yeah. So Kerry-Ann.com.
That's right. How come I don't have it on my thing here? I can't see it.
Sign up for the mailing list.
Kerry-Ann Ingram. Let me put it up there and be able to scroll it. Hold on, Kerry-Ann Ingram. Not 3 R's. I almost put 3 R's. Kerry-Ann Ingram.
You've been on the roll of the tongue.
Kerry-Ann-Ingram.com.
Good to see you, Grand Empress and Sean and Gloria. Hello.
Hello to all of you. Again, family, if you want our brief services right here and right now, all you have to do is spread love. You got to spread love. Spread love. We're going to go to Jael Hills first. Her birthday and her name says a lot. So let's go to that real quick. Here it is. Her birthday is actually the same day as Michael Jackson.
Okay, girl.
And, yeah. Woo! I'm bad. You know it. What's so interesting about that particular birthday? It's definitely a healing vibration when especially when you look at it. When I look at it, you definitely see the healing vibration. 1983, and then it adds up to 2020. So I always tell people when it adds up into 2020, although people want to break it down to either 40 or break it down to the number 4, always look at all of them to tell you the story. It tells you a story when you understand the 8, the 29, and the 1983. And because it adds up to 2020, remember what we remember in the vision, you got to have 2020 vision, not only physically, but also spiritually, because the number 2 and the 0 are intimate spiritual numbers that take you to where, because it adds up to a 20. Before we get to the 4, I'm always telling people to look at things from a holistic perspective. So your life path is a number of healing, but also it's a number of be open to and be alerted to some of the great awakenings that comes to you through your dreams, because I already know by you being born on the 29th, which equals 11, that your dreams can be very vivid, and you have to be willing to take those dreams and turn those dreams into something that's profitable for yourself. Your alignment number adds up to a 37, which equals a 10, which is a 1. Again, when you have an alignment number like that, it's reminding you to be a paradigm shifter through communication, not only through physical and verbal and artsy communication, but also spiritual communication. And then it adds up to the number 10, which deals with the wheel of fortune. So whatever you put forth, both positive and negative, you can accomplish it. So even if you was a spiritual criminal, you could do it. There's spiritual criminals.
There's a spiritual criminal? What's that?
because everything has spirit. Al Capone was spiritual too. He would go to church and go to Catholic, and he would do it then, but he'll still go out and do crime. But there's a spirituality behind everything. And just so you don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? We try and keep you on the positive level because yes, the 11 and the 29 can go down the deceptive road. Yes, you can be a deceiver. And sometimes you might have to deceive somebody who you might not want to give your number to, or you might not want to give no play to. I got it. But if you're attracting people, one thing about people born on the 29th, they attract people that need help and healing a lot. And so that's why she calls herself Jael, or is his name. I don't know if it's he or she. Jael heals. So yes, you're born with a whole bunch of healing frequency, even down to the number 40, which is the number 4. And all even numbers are healing numbers. It's just that, are you willing to be disciplined with the 4 and willing to build your healing empire if you have to, because it's about the building process now. You got to have vision, 20/20 of it, and you got to be willing to build it. The 40 and the 20, and that comes with the 0 comes with extremity. And because you're born in the year 1983, remember that itself adds up to a number 21. So again, 21 is the initiation number. It's the number of the world. It's the number of the universe. It's the crown of the magi. So whatever you've been going through now, you're supposed to go through it, because in your going through it, you will help to heal other people. Go ahead, my dear, do your thing. That's what I do. I'm having fun. All right, now stop playing. It's your birthday. Stop playing. And she said, "Yes, indeed, indeed, and yes, indeed, yes, indeed."
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So. I like when the cards jump out, but they're like, no.
Love and thank you.
Don't worry. Day. All right. I'm gonna pick the first one.
Go ahead.
It says, "The void. Stop embracing winter. Great cosmic womb." All right, that's the first one. Ponder on that for a second. The sun. Okay, that's interesting. So the void. So you've been sitting in a place where you have isolated yourself and you are feeling very much like you want to shut off the world. You want to really cut yourself off from the things that are painful, not knowing that what it is you're going through is a birthing. You are really in the stage of germinating, right? And so when we're in this stage and it feels very icky and it feels very painful, what is actually happening on the deeper cellular level is that you are making room and you're removing things and you're making room for joy, peace, abundance, all of that to come into your life. So embrace, don't feed into the negativity of that void. Embrace this time as what it is, are healing and releasing, so that you can be in your highest form to accept and really embrace the sun, the joy, the abundance, the love, the light, the laughter, the lightness that's coming to you. I am complete.
That's interesting, because her personal year that she's in right now, she is in a 7-year cycle. Actually, no, she is in a 8 personal year cycle going into a 9 personal year cycle this year. Because when I added the 8 plus the 29 plus the 2024, it adds up. It adds up to a number 9. So she's in a number going into a cycle of completion and endings. So that's good what you pointed out. And the personal year comes up when you add the month that you're born with the day that you're born with the year that we're in. But because your birthday hasn't showed up yet, you're still balancing between two. So you're coming out of an 8-year cycle, which you had to recognize who are assets in your life and liability, and those who are liabilities. But now you have to really clear the air now, get rid of them. And that's why more than likely she want to sit to herself, what you were saying early, and be, but she has to embrace what she has to do in this next cycle. So Jael Hill, I hope you listen carefully.
And the sun is an 8th card.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, yes.
17, 7 plus 1, 8. So it really is speaking to you, Jael.
Mm-hmm. Is that what kind of deck is that? Which deck is that one? That's the Oracle deck?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's the Oracle. Okay. Wonderful.
This is that light. Sorry. This is the traditional.
The light is blocking.
Traditional Rider Write deck.
Mm-hmm. And that number is 17. That's the one you showed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I know. I know that's interesting. Okay, great. I know that's usually called the star of Venus, the star of what they say, the peace and love. Mm-hmm. Peace and love. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one will be Nicole Stewart. Nicole Stewart is born 6/21, so her birthday is right on that day. Her birthday is right on that day, 6/29. What you doing? What you shuffling for that? Well, again, that whole day alone is going to be an 8-year. It's going to be an 8 personal year cycle that she's going into. Because when you add that 6 plus 21 plus 2024, it adds up to 2051. So you're going into an 8-year cycle, where the other one is coming out of an 8-year cycle, going into a 9-year cycle. The last person, she's going into an 8-year cycle, which is more about focusing on the energy that she wants to keep in her life and what she wants to get rid of. Mm-hmm. Again, recognizing assets over liability, like Earn Your Leisure would say. Assets over liability, very important. And because, again, 21 is that initiation number, in compound numerology, when you understand that it's an initiation number, then it's important that we stay focused, stay away from scandals, stay disciplined. And because people born on the 21st, sometimes get into a lot of controversy if they're not careful, and again, with that 6 and 21 energy, that 6 and 21, you got to, that's 7, that's a 27, that equals a number 9. So anything that you do has to be downloaded from a creative and productive aspect. But according to cosmic numerology, this is really your last exam here on this planet. So that if there is a thing called reincarnation, then you don't really have to come back here. But if you fail the school, then you more than likely will come back. That's just what it is. That's how this, just like how we get left back. You think these school systems follow an ancient tradition. People not thinking that that's what they do. So when they do leave up, that's why when they have super seniors, people coming back to senior class and get left back, you can get left back in this realm too, to come back and do this thing again because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. She laughed. Why are you laughing?
Because it's true. That is absolutely true.
And then when you add 1969 to the whole equation, you got to remember that 6 plus 21 plus 1969 equals 1996. 1996. So altogether, that by itself, when you add that together, that adds up to a number 25. So you're here to observe and listen more than you chat, but your number 21, which is a 3, have you chatting more than you listening, especially from the internal. You need to listen more than you talk. So you got to listen more than you talk, because that's where the divine messages, that's where the impeccable listening skills are developing. So once you develop the power of listening, then you're supposed to speak what you know and find your flow, or write what you know and find your flow, and express what you know and find your flow. Because that's just a personality number. This is a path that follows you throughout your life. So Along with the 3, the 7 follows. Along with the 6 or the 9, the 7 follows. Along with the year that you're born, the 7 follows. It's not the most important numbers. It's just an encouraging numbers of what you need to do throughout your life. That is what it's here to do, help you along your life, because the life path is spiritual and the life path is observable, but it comes with strength and endurance. So yes, you got to go through some stuff to get through some stuff, because 7 is not a fast number. 7 is really between the hare and the tortoise. 7 is the tortoise. 7 is the tortoise. So it's about how you invest your time, who you invest your time with. That's how this life will work. And anybody that has that life past 7, I always see it happening to them. That's why I study patterns, cycles, and sequence. It's not psychic. I see the patterns over and over. And it could be somebody in Canada with the 7 life path. It could be somebody in Japan with the 7 life. Why don't I know where I'm going? Because it's supposed to be slow. You're supposed to be investing in things to build your life so it can be a prosperous life along the way. That's why it's not a fast moving number. The number 7 is not a fast. It's about, according to certain studies of numerology, remember, it's called the law of attraction number. It's not about chasing, it's attracting. You don't chase money, you attract money by your talents and skills that come out of the 21 or comes out of the 3 or comes out of the creative 9 and 3 energy. And then because you're born in 1969, that 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 9 equals 25 also. Again, 25 is very dominant in your chart. So it's slowing you down again, but it's slowing you to remind you of your powers of how you can attract and not just chase. Chasing money ain't gonna help you. Chasing money ain't good money sometimes. Chasing money ain't good money sometimes. It's how you invest your time and how you invest in things, how you need to do deep research and study. Because 7 is the deep research number. So you have to look and don't take nothing on face value. I hope that helped you, Nicole. Go ahead, my dear, please.
Hello, Nicole. So the card that pulled for you is the sun. Not the sun, I'm sorry, the moon, which is the 18. And I see what you're saying. I mixed up the numbers. I'm sorry.
Which one?
It's the star. The star is the actual 17.
The 17. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, I should have. That's why I was asking you about the card. That's why I asked you.
Yeah. Good. We have the moon card.
Yeah.
That's the first one that I pulled. And the second one from the Moonology deck is the first quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings. So very interesting that these two come together. Moon, intuition. Moon, there's always a side of the moon that is hidden that we can't see. So what is happening with you is there's parts of your experience that is you're refusing to look at because the emotions that it's going to dredge up, you're trying to avoid. But you can't heal until you feel through it. You gotta feel through it to heal through it. So honor your feelings is really what it is. You're going to feel the feels, but it's when you feel the heavy feels, you understand that you're moving through them. You can't move through something if you don't feel it. If you sit in a space where you are trying to sweep it under the proverbial rug or even just ignore it away, you can't. You have to go through the fire to really heal and release. So what this time, especially the fact that your birthday is on the solstice and this full moon, I would highly suggest do a full moon bath. Release, release, and you're going to cry it away. Let the water wash away all the things that it has been stuck, stagnant energy holding on to your body, your extremities, that it feels heavy. So stay in the bath and allow the water to completely drain when you're finished with the bath so that it's completely released from you. And then, you know, play some really ambient, soft tones that will get you in a really peaceful state, and sit in silence, burn a candle, light your candles, and meditate on what it is that you want to create, what it is that you want to move yourself into this beautiful birthing summer months that you're walking into. You're basically opening the gateway to this new time. But before you could do that, you have to finally really embrace the last bit of stuff that you've been holding on to, feel them to release them so that you could really move into the next phase.
Good,
so
good.
Go to the crevices, honey. Go to the crevices, the places that they've been stuck, you know, like lift up the, what do you call it? The carpet and look at the junk, really face it so that you could release it this time.
Right. Well, and Nicole, tune in. It's your birthday. Right now, you're in a critical cleansing cycle. Cleanse it out before your birthday. You got these few days. Actually, you had 52 days, actually, so you before your birthday. But we're coming to Deborah. We're coming for Deborah or Deborah next, and we're coming to Alicia. We got you. We got your PayPal or Cash App. And also, I see Sheila Powell just sent us something also. So we got that. We got you, Sheila, coming up next. You just sent us 1111. Thank you very much. Just wanted to let everybody know, family, please put in, when you send your PayPal or Cash App, put your birthday, your first name or last name, and your birthday. We're focusing on birthday. Sometimes my spirit says go with the names. Let me take you off the screen, Nicole, because we're going to Deborah or Deborah next. And just want to remind, big up to Phil Valentine. He just texted me, Dr. Phil Valentine. So big up to Dr. Phil. He must be watching. Yeah, Doc, yes, I am. Big up people. Yeah, big up to Doc. He's been on our show before. Just want to let everybody know that they're doing a rebroadcast of the book release show that Dr. Nalani did. So big up to Dr. Nalani and all of her experience. Her new book is New Life from Near Death. So big up to Dr. Phil Valentine and his beautiful wife, Dr. Nalani. So we're getting ready. Remember what you want to say, beautiful? Go ahead.
I said I love that.
Okay, no problem. brief advice from us, please circulate a minimum of a donation of $10.10, $11.11 and up via PayPal. Remember, the PayPal and the Cash App link is pinned to the top. So it's a beautiful thing. It's all about circulating. That's why I say circulate. It's a circulation. Because the best shun is circulation, donation, imagination, and creation. So I like those shuns. I keep on shunning it. So let's go to the next person.
I'm trying to shun y'all.
That's right. Big up to Deborah or Deborah, depending on what type of person she is. Because usually the Hebrew Israelites will say Deborah. The regular person will say Deborah. So I want to make sure, whatever it is what it is. But she's born 5/2. So she just had a birthday in May. So that's good. 1965. Yeah. What you pulled up? You pulled up something quick? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. If you got something, go ahead.
Manifestation. And the second card is the 3 of Pentacles. Pentacles is the suits of the tarot deck that represents earth and abundance or lack thereof. But your first card was manifestation, and then you got 3 of Pentacles. So whatever you're building, whatever you're building, it is absolutely going to be a success. If you have any doubts, remove those doubts. Remove it. You're absolutely building something that will be a success. And it is most likely around money, finance. Yeah. So continue. It's very, very clear that you are on the right track. You're doing really, really well. So yeah. That one was easy. The spirit says she got this. She got this. She's on the right track. You are really a manifestation. Yeah. You are really, you have the magnet for really creating what it is that you set your mind to. And when you start to build what it is that you see, the picture that you envision, and bring it into reality, you somehow, the universe sends you the right tools, the right resources to create and do that. So that's amazing.
Thank you very much. Okay, let me get you back on. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. Yeah, let me see here. Oops, where my? Oh, I'm touching the wrong mouse. Ooh, touching the wrong mouse. Okay, sorry. Oh, so my dear Deborah or Deborah, LJ. Interesting enough, certain things you have to stop. Maybe I should throw myself in the front, you think?
Yeah.
That'd probably be better. Your alignment numbers are 7, always telling you to trust your spirit, trust your intuition, trust your ability to attract what you need from a spiritual perspective, because the spirit and the physical is always working together. And then because you're born with the number 2 energy, very loving person, but you always got to protect yourself from people that might try to drain your energy, because of the 7 and 2 are water numbers that have to be very careful of who they allow in their space. Now, because it adds up to a 1972 in one aspect, it adds up to 19, which is a 10, which is a 1. And then my spirit said, again, trusting the spirit, my spirit said, add it across. That's the modern day of adding up the numbers. Let me take off the glare a little. There's a little glare. That's the modern day of adding up the numbers. There's a modern day of adding up the numbers is that way. But the old way of adding up the numbers is when you do it month plus day plus year adds up to what we bring out the 1972, which 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 2 equals 19, which is a 10. And when you add it across, it adds up to 28. Now, myself and Lloyd, we definitely agree on this aspect, that we would try to stay away from the 28 and go towards the 19 energy, because although 19 is a karmic number, it's one of the most powerful combination of numbers to have in your chart, because 19, as we know in tarot, is the number of the sun. If you remember, that is one of the actual numbers of the sun. And it is called the prince or the princess of heaven. But in my book, I talk about it being the symbol of final accomplishments. And it represents Alpha and Omega. Whatever you start, you need to finish. Why I will stay away from the 28 energy, but still use it, is because the 28 that your life path adds up to before it gets to 10, before it gets to 1, 28 is the number of divorce. And sometimes it can be divorce of a relationship, depending on, because sometimes people born on the number 2 go through their relationship extremities a lot. So sometimes they got to be very careful of who they allow in their loving space, because people born on the 2 needs to be complimented more, needs to at least be hugged on and appreciated at least twice a day, especially in their relationship. And if they're not being that, it will stay in their mind, because 7 is the mental number that sometimes they hold things in their head to the point they start becoming a worrywart. You got to be very mindful of that in the end term of your life. And because 28 says divorce yourself, not from just relationships, but divorce yourself from negative people, negative situations, and all that kind of stuff. You always got to be, and you're supposed to run your own business, yes, but whatever you do, it has to be spiritual, and it has to be serving, and at least serving compassion and of family or relationship, because the sign of May, the sign of Taurus, is connected to the number 6 in numerology. So that brings about family, balance, harmony, truth, justice, reciprocity, and healing, and the willingness to forgive. Because again, you attract people that need help and healing a lot. And it's funny that today I spoke to a friend of mine that was born on this particular day, and she was going through it, and I just listened to her and hear what she's saying, and then I gave her my part, because right now in this particular year, both of y'all are going into, when you add the 5 plus the 2 plus the 2024, it adds up to 2031. So y'all are both in a 6 personal year cycle. So it can be a good year for you if you maintain balance. It can be a good relationship year, but you got to be very mindful again of who you attract in your life, because when y'all give your love, you give your love wholeheartedly. You give it all. I mean, and you're willing to do anything for that man or that woman, whoever you're dealing with. You're willing to do anything for that person. You know what I'm saying? But because you're now in the wisdom cycle, when you add that 1 plus the 9 plus the 6 plus the 5, that equals 21. This is a good time to write about your life, the things that has happened in your life. You got to reveal it. You got to let it out. You got to be willing to express it. Stop holding on to it because of that 7 energy. 7s like to hold on to things, especially when it came to relationship. People that upset them, they hold on to it, and it can become a disease if you're not careful, because 2 is one of the health numbers. So you got to protect your stomach. You got to protect your body. You got to protect your digestive system. You got to protect your circulation, your blood. You got to protect your blood pressure. All of this can come about. You got to protect your nerves. So on that point, remember, family, you are in the crossroads of your life right now. Either you're going to cross the road or you're going to stay in the middle of the road. If you stay in the middle of the road, you're going to get hit. But if you're willing to cross the road, take the time out and cross the road and be decisive about what you want to do and how you want to do things in your life. Because this is a 6-year cycle. This is about family, responsibility, balance. It's also the loss or gain of relationship. It's a good year for relationship. It's also a good year for pregnancy, but it don't have to be pregnant with baby, because I know you're born in 1969. Don't have to be a baby. It could be pregnant with a new idea, which could be the book that you want to write about your life, because you've held so much stuff in. That's what it's about. You've held a lot of stuff in. Now it's time to let it out. You're in that wisdom cycle, and wisdom means to share the wisdom. The wisdom cycle, because you are born 2024, take away 1965 equals 59. You've been in your wisdom cycle since your 50th, probably between your 52nd birthday, around your 52nd birthday. You've been in a wisdom cycle from your 50th, between your 52nd, and the wisdom cycle lasts for 28 years. So you got 28 years to expose, and the wisdom cycle is really connect. I just want to say one thing before I get you off the board. Every month and its frequency connected to that, every one of them have their own strength that could last from 9 years to 28 years. Every one of them have their 9 in different systems. The pinnacle might last for 9 years from the age of 27 or 36, and it keeps on going. It might last from another system. It lasts from the time you was born. That 5 and that 7 energy can last for 28 years, because everyone deals with development cycle from 0 to 28, power cycle from 28 to 56, from 56 to on to the next 28 years. That's your wisdom cycle. So right now you're in your wisdom cycle. It's time to show forth all your wisdom of what you've learned over the years and put it forth to the world, especially because 1965 adds up to 21, which is a 3, which is the number of expression and expansion through writing, music, dancing, speaking, all of that. Tell your story and stop stagnating yourself. And because we know that Taurus rules the throat area, the neck area, stop stagnating it. And that's what I had to tell my friend on the phone. She's stagnating her energy, and she even admitted that she's stagnating. So big up to her if she's listening. I'm not going to say her name, but thank you very much, my dear Deborah or Deborah. All right.
Thanks.
Next. All right, we have Alicia, I believe that's name. Alicia, she got 11/11. She born June 4th, 1982. Go ahead, my darling, you do your thing while I get prepared for the next one. Going to the board. Take it to the board, baby. Take it to the board. A lot of mercy. And then we're coming to, let me see who I'm coming to next after that person. We're coming to Sheila, I believe. Yes, we're coming to Sheila Powell next. So Sheila, we're coming to you after Alicia.
First card, Oracle Success. That Black Panther. Love it.
Not a mercy. Not a mercy. Yes, man.
Oh.
Hey, we y'all drop over there. Y'all drop. Come on. We y'all drop. Ping on the floor. Lord have mercy, girl. Not drop the card. Not drop the card, you know.
Right? The Knight of Swords. Literally, it's running. Exactly. It ran away. It did what it. Okay. What are you running away from?
Exactly.
What are you running away from? So, or running towards, because I feel that there's this thing is soothing, or it's not soothing. I'm trying to alchemize the energy into words to translate them to you. So you're running towards this thing that feeds your soul, and it's going to definitely bring you success. But in order for it to do that, you have to be you got to pull back a bit. You have to slow it down so that you could really analyze what it is you're running towards or you're walking into, and really understand the landscape so that when you acquire it, there won't be any surprises to throw you off track or to even take that thing back. So yeah, slow it down. Slow it down and really analyze what it is that, not analyze all aspect of what you are trying to acquire. The speed to which you are using to acquire it you could scale it back. I don't want to tell you what to do, but in terms of making sure that you gain the most out of this experience, slow it down. I hope that makes sense.
Alicia, slow it down. And what's so, what's so interesting, she is personally, since her birthday, happy belated birthday, you're in your reputation cycle right now. And usually the reputation cycle is really about building your reputation, dealing with things that will propel you to the next level. But you're in a 9 personal year cycle this year. And 9 is the number of thinking on higher levels, but also being willing to remove people, places, and things that no longer serve your greater purpose. When you look at the 6 plus the 4 plus the 2024, it adds up to 2034. So the 2034 itself is awakening you've gone through some major awakenings in the past few years. That's for sure. You've definitely gone through awakening. Now you have to decide who deserves to be in your life and who deserves to get the hell out of your life, especially people, that family, friends. Because again, the number 4 and 7 in my book, New Motivation for Mental Stability, are the primary numbers of mental health, whether it's good or constructive or destructive. It depends on what you hold on throughout your life. And because your alignment numbers are number 10, when you add the 6 plus the 4, which is a 10, that number 1 is a paradigm shifter, but you still second guess yourself for some reason. You're second guessing your power. You're second guessing your gift when you don't need to do that. If you know it's productive mentally, physically, and spiritually, just do it. What you got to lose? We're all going to transition from here one day. It's what you do between the birth and death is going to be most important. That's why one of the most scariest or one of the most debilitating things is fear. And this year, in a number 9 year that you're in, everything you want is on the other side of fear. And because in one aspect of when I add up your full birthday, your life path comes up to that 21. I noticed 21 been popping up lately throughout this whole thing. 21 keep on showing up. That initiation number, that world number, that crown of the Magi number. But with the crowning, in order for you to be crowning, what I say in my book, I said, in order for you to get that crown of success, the person connected to the number 21 gains success after long battles. The crown of the Magi is only gained after long initiation. Test of your determination. In other words, you'll have to go through some stuff to get to some stuff. Just make sure it's worth it in the long run. That's what I say in my book about that 21. And that's your life path from one aspect. And then when I added a cross on the bottom here, I added 6 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 2 as of the 30. And in my book, the number 30 is the symbol of mental outlook. It's a superior mindset. It's a number that deals with the extremities of the number 3 and the needing to express yourself. But you got to have a good sense of humor. You have to be a visionary. You have to be a good communicator and stop stagnating your energy with people that are holding you back. That's why you're in a cleansing cycle now, because if you do the necessary cleansing now, by the time September of this year going into next year comes about, now you'll be willing to step into your new beginning, your new business. All dreams supposed to come true in this 9 going into a 1-year cycle. You got to let it happen. But if you're holding yourself back because you're mentally thinking about things and you're becoming depressed and second guessing and overthinking, that's not a good thing. 4 is here to help build and lay a foundation, but you got to be willing to build. If you're not willing to build, then hey, you're going to be destructive. That's why I say in my book, there's 4 different paths: constructive, constructive, obstructive, destructive, and complacent. Comfortable where you're at when you don't have time to be comfortable. As you're going into your wisdom cycle of the 20 of the year that adds up to a number 20. 20 is the number of the awakening. 20 is the number of some great purpose that you came to serve, and you're supposed to discover it as you're getting older. This is what's supposed to be happening. That's why you're even doing something like this, when somebody in your family may have never done nothing like this, ever. It's time to wake up. And if whatever religion or system you're in, become better at it and make sure you use it to be your best. And again, eliminate people, places, and things that don't serve your purpose in order for you to have the wheel of fortune of accomplishment and be a paradigm shifter. Write your ideas, write your thoughts, and turn those. When you have 3s showing up in your life path, and anybody that has 3s, whether it's in their birth date, whether it's an alignment number, if it's the year you're born, whether it shows up in your life path, you turn your pain, pleasures, and passion into profit. If you went through a hurt relationship, write about it and make some money. Stop playing. Write about it like 𝐍𝐴𝐚 did. 𝐍𝐴𝐚 wrote about her stuff. She made a whole lot of money. She's still making money from pink panties and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave. You look like you want to say something.
No, I don't know who that is. I have to check her out.
𝐍𝐴𝐚. 𝐍𝐴𝐚 is the street lit queen, man. She has books on love and sexual and all kinds of stuff. She's a beautiful, a beautiful black sister, beautiful sister too. She's doing her thing. So yes, yes, yes. Let's see who's next. She said, thank you both. You're welcome. You're welcome. If that's you, that must be you.
Welcome.
That must you, at least. Okay, big up to you. All right, you better do your work, girl. Stop playing. We need you out of the bleachers and in the field.
I love how her handle says I am art. Girl, 1111. Girl.
And plus the number 3 is the artsy number. And she's born under the Gemini energy, which is a 5, which is also an artsy number. Then use your art and stop playing. Use your art, because everything can be a business. Art, business, music, business, garbage, business, recycling, business. It's all business. 90% business, 10% show. This is just 10% show that we're on. In the back of the scene, we had to go and study this stuff and do that. That's the 90%. We had to study it so we could become proficient at it. Oh yeah, man, this ain't no joke. And I want you to plurk it, girl. Work and play and working at the same time. Plurk it. Keep that body plurking. If you keep the beat, keep that body plurking. Keep that body plurking. I'm gonna have to do it. Y'all know I'm emceeing I'm one of the MCs for the Gathering of the Masters, and he might have an after party. So I'm gonna tear that dance floor up. If they got me on the mic, it's over. I've done it before. I know how to tear up a microphone and tear up a whole party. If Brother Rich do that after party. I think we got another person right after. I think we got Sheila coming up. Sheila, we got you coming up. Hold on one second. Let me get rid of Alicia. I hope you enjoyed it. Here comes Sheila Powell. One of my great martial arts teachers was named Moses Powell. Martial arts. Oh man, he was one of the best. Believe me. 11/9/1971. You born the same day as Roxanne Ashanti, the rap artist, the superstar rap artist, and Ava Muhammad. Woo! You go ahead, do your thing while I erase this board and do my thing. All right, go ahead, sis. Woo, Lordy, Miss Claudia. Okay. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. I shot the sheriff.
Our music while I do this.
Oh, there it is.
3 of Cups.
Lord.
Oh. All right. Okay. I'm going to try to do this really quickly. 3 cards jumped out, and I honor that because our ancestors, when they have messages, they come at us. So you saw the 3 of Cups and these cards. The first one is Star Brothers, Horse energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Second card, Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. The courageous peony. That's the third card. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Okay, so joy. The 3 of Cups. Celebration, high emotions, high energy. When we are in the state of celebration. And then we go to the Oracle, Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. So very masculine energy. feeling unsure around allowing this masculine energy in. Not used to this type of energy, but it feels good. This is very interesting. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Stop micromanaging the universe, basically. Trust that what is being sent to you is exactly what it is that you've asked for. And really celebrate that. Embrace that. Trust it. Trust in the universe. The universe always has our back. The universe always knows what we want. But when we ask for it, it's an even more clear answer and a more clear give. So the courageous peony. Peonies are beautiful flowers, you know. They're on this. They're one of my favorite flowers. So the boldness to really allow yourself to be in an uncomfortable situation to birth the beauty. And I want to use the peony, what they talk about. Peonies, in order for them to blossom, little ants have to eat away at the flowering to make them bust out of the encasement that they're in, for them to really come out and be really pretty so that we can enjoy them. And I can't imagine that having some ants bite on you is fun.
Right. Me neither.
Right? But that process just like the lotus, allow them to come out and be so beautiful and smell so sweet. So go through this process. Trust that the universe has your back. Know that whatever it is that you asked for, it is yours. It is coming to you, and start celebrating. Celebrate the process. Celebrate the end, stage of receiving the thing that it is that you asked for, or the him. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, I'm complete.
That was good. And hold on one second. Let me put myself up here. How y'all doing? I'm Black. We're coming to Natanya after Sheila Powell. I think I got to break down Sheila. All right, like I said,
I feel like I see the name Sheila and I think Prince. You know?
Yeah. Sheila E. Yes. I almost met her, but it was like from a distance. I almost met Sheila E. too, man. She's a beautiful sister, but I think I was watching her from the stage. Matter of fact, I met Halle Berry, and she was at a show when 𝐊𝐞𝐫𝐲 came back out of jail, and she came and supported Chico. And I was there, one of the guys that was helping with the producer of that show. So, wow. So, okay, let me throw myself up in the front here. Let's see how can we help her. Although I like throwing you up in the front. Just saying. Let me throw myself up in the front.
Sheila, you are dealing with our silly.
She got her own air conditioner at home there, you know. A lot of mercy. So what we see here. My dear. You know, first and foremost, when people are born in the 11th month, they don't realize how powerful they are just being born in the 11th frequency month. Anyone born in November, because of that 11th frequency, and I'm not talking about because of the English language, we know November is not really 11. We know this. I know that. I know. It's a number 9. I know. And I'll go there too. I will go there. I got no problem going there with that 9 energy. I got no problem. Why? Because although it's known as the 11th month, the sign of Scorpio is ruled by the number 9. That's why I can go there. And that's what it means by studying things from a holistic perspective, because although she's born on the 9th and November is predominantly in the Scorpion energy, which is a 9, it originally called the 9th month until things was added, but we are looking at it from the 11, and it's called the 11. And because all of us are residing in that energy, 11 is a powerful frequency that in the early stages of your life, you were even very highly intuitive, and especially because you're a water sign also, still very highly intuitive. And you may have lost your way every now and then, but you got to trust your ability to still be tapped in, because you really haven't lost it. It's just, are you willing to do the work to remove the necessary distractions? Because 9, again, is the number of detoxification and removing. And because in this personal cycle year that you're in now, since 2023, you're in a 9 personal year cycle. I'm feeling the effects of the since 2023, because you're born in the latter parts of the years. You're born in the latter part of the year. So you're feeling, since 2024 came in, you're still in a 9-year cycle, but you're feeling the effects of this new beginning cycle. But you still have to do the deep cleaning, because you're still feeling that effect before your birthday. You need to do the deep cleaning, and the deep cleaning cycle comes in 52 days before your birthday. So when you get a chance, go to the calendar, go to November the 9th, and count backwards. November 8th, November 7th, November 6th, count backwards 52 days. And wherever it lands on that 52nd day, that's when the real deep cleaning cycle kicks in. It should kick in around September, around that time, early September, October, early September, definitely, or late August. It should start kicking in your critical cleansing cycle. Since you're about to enter this number 1 year cycle, you have to remove people, places, and things. And what I mean by things, if you got old panties you need to throw away, you got old shoes you need to put in the bag and give it to the Goodwill, or old this, or old furniture you need to ship around, you want to prepare for that new beginning cycle. New people, new business, new ideal, new furniture, new place to live if it's possible, new relationship. If you're in a relationship and it's not going too well, more than likely you're going to get rid of them this year. If you're not going to try to do the necessary healing of it. If you're in a relationship and it's not going too well, going into this next cycle, you more than likely, whether it's business or otherwise, you're going to have to remove it. And because your life path in one aspect adds up to a number 20, 11 plus 9 plus 1971 adds up to 1991, and 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 1 equals 20. There is an awakening that has been following you throughout your life. You've seen things that other people don't see. And you can't tell everybody what you see. That's why people like Roxanne Ashanti and people like Ava Muhammad did what they had to do, because they seen something in rap. Roxanne seen something in rap that she had to do as a female rapper. This follows you throughout your life. That 20 energy and that 11 energy follows you throughout your life. And because you personally have a 20 energy of the awakening and discernment, you have to be clear in your judgment of how you do things and what you do things and where you do it and who you do it with. But because when I added across 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 1 equals 29, you got to be careful of people who try to deceive you, who try to hurt you through deception, and don't deceive yourself because you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, because you love. And 9 is a love frequency, but there's also an argumentative frequency that sometimes have to shut things down if it's not reciprocal. And because when I add it across, it adds up to 29, which is 11. That is the runway. That is the airport runway between the physical and the spiritual realm. So you have to be able to bring balance and bring equilibrium between the two without being deceived by any of the two. And what I mean by any of the two, people in your relationship or you deceiving yourself, thinking you're giving that person the benefit of the doubt. You got to be a little bit more mindful, especially when you're born under the water signs or connected to water energies like the 2 or the master number energies. The 9 is always telling you to remove the distraction. And because water, according to metaphysics, is the natural conduit between the physical and the spiritual realm, you got to tap in between the two. and know how to be of discernment, because that's what the number 20 is. That's what I wrote about even in my book about the number 20. When I go to the number 20, it's the symbol of divine awakening and clear judgment. You have to be awakening so you can judge clearly of who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, where you're dealing. You got to be very mindful, my dear. And I hope it served your purpose for whatever I said. And like I said, you're going into that one personal year cycle, but you have to be willing to remove. I don't care if it's your mama. Sometimes you have to push her to the side, especially if she's negative, because you got some negatron mamas, you got some negatron daddies, you got some negatron brothers, you got some negatron sisters. Sometimes you got to move them to the side. You love them, but maybe they came here to be a test to you. And if you want to deal with the test and turn that test, those lessons into a blessing, you're going to have to cleanse and detox and remove. And don't deceive yourself in thinking that people love you when they probably really don't love your ass. I'm just saying. I hope that served a greater purpose for you, my dear. I hope she said, gotcha. All right. I hope you know what it is. Am I making sense? That's the crazy. Am I making sense? That's the question. Am I making sense? And if I'm making sense, say yeah, yeah. And if I'm not making sense, say nay, nay. You can be the ill nay, nay if you want. You can be the ill nay, nay if you want. You can be an ill nay, nay. She said, absolutely. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. Numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. I'm just looking at the patterns. Yeah. That's right. That's what Marshall Montano used to say. Yeah. And you remember what yeah means in certain languages. Yeah-yo. Yeah means mother. Yeah means connecting with mommy. That's why Erykah Badu sang yeah-yo.
Yeah.
She sang it. You know, I was there at the live show when she did it. That recording, I was there.
Wow.
It was recorded in New York at Tramps, I believe. And I was there backstage with what's her face, Lauryn Hill and what's her face, who was also there, Sister Soldier. Sister Soldier was the one that introduced me to Lauryn Hill. Actually, because I used to do security.
I love Sister Soldier. Her books.
Man, I think you need to hit her up on an email or something, see if we could get her on or something, man, because this is some crazy stuff. I've been wanting to have Sister. She'll remember me. She'll remember me if she see me. But I know she's Muslim now, so she's really just keeping a lot low profile and doing her thing, especially after that thing with Bill Clinton back in the day. So I know what that is. Sometimes you got to just write and put the messages in her books. And that's what she's doing, and I thank her for that. So, okay, let's see who's next. Let's see who else is shared. Spread love. Let's see. Okay, we got
Coldest Winter. You're absolutely right. The Bluest Eyes is
Coldest Winter. Yeah, the Coldest Winter. Yeah, that's one of her books, right?
Yes, Coldest Winter. Yeah. That's the book. But Bluest Eyes is one of our elders, our ancestors. Oh, help me out, Sheila. I read that as well. Don't remember the name right now. Right. This sister here, she also sent $22 for her daughter also. So she sent it for herself and her daughter. Okay.
This same sister right here. So her daughter's birthday, she gave her daughter's birthday. Wow, she born the same day. The daughter's born the same day as Rakim and Creflo Dollar and Rick Ross. Lord have mercy. Go ahead, lady. We'll deal with her. That's her mama right there. That's her mama. So we deal with this lady.
This one's the mother.
This is the mother right now. Yeah.
1990.
19. Yeah, that's the year she born. That's what she's saying. That's deep. Oops. Her daughter's born 2011. Hold on. Gotta do your thing. Let me put you in front. I just love seeing her in front. Go ahead, girl. Shuffle.
Yes. Thank you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that is wonders. Okay.
Wonders. Signs and wonders. I love that reggae song, yeah? Sign and wonders.
What is it? Eight of Pentacles and Wonders.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so spending too much time working and building and not attending to your family is causing a crack or causing disruption. And not fully allowing you to really enjoy what it is that you have been building and working towards and the money that you've accumulated thus far. Because you are still working. And anything can happen out of the blue that is unpredicted and unpredictable. So the message here is to really spend time with your family. The work is not as important as we make it. The money is not as important as we make it. Really, yeah, it's time to kind of reassess what is most important to you and reacquaint yourself with your family. Spend quality time with your family. I am complete.
You finished already? You done?
That's for the mom.
That's for the mom? Okay, you go ahead and do the daughter, because I'm going to knock them both out at the same time. This is the daughter right here. Bang, right there. 1/28/2011. She's 13.
All right.
You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh,
hey,
I don't know how that
happened. Yeah, you're on mute.
So these are the cards that I pulled. You saw these, right? I hope so. So the first card is learn. And what it is your daughter is watching you and she's learning from you, you know, little ones, they're always watching. They're always watching. And she's learning that the work that you put in, the hard work that you're doing, she is learning that that is the norm. And what it's also telling her is that there is a fear of poverty. So you need to constantly keep working to evade lack and poverty. But she's watching. So this is the foundation that she's building for her life. So going back to you, and the energy is really tied to you, so it's kind of encompassed in you as well with your daughter. So going back to her, really allow yourself to scale back and show your daughter more of what it is to really value family over all else. And that's the foundation you will build and instill in her to really create the life that is spiritually, physically beneficial to her dwelling here on the planet. There needs to be a balance. And I with the energy of Aquarius, it's always about giving to others and working for others, and really neglecting self and the inner family, the personal family. So it's hard to switch that around, but really do baby steps, because your little one is watching, and this is what she is going to embody as a normal way of being. I hope that makes sense.
It should. Are you finished?
Yes.
Lot of mercy. All righty, hold on 1 second here. We're gonna be coming to I'm gonna do her daughter and her at the same time, and then we'll come to Marsha after I do both of them at the same time. Big up to Marsha. She gave us 1110. I guess she missed that 1 penny. No, I'm joking. 1111. No, so, what'd you say?
In the comments, she's like, "You're confirming what I've been feeling intuitively, and yes, I work a lot, 12 hours a day." Wow.
Oh, she working a lot, for real.
Yeah.
But hold on 1 second. Okay. That's what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 12 hours a day. My gosh, that's a lot. How much time you spend with her? That's the question. That's another whole question. Because I remember my mother used to work all night, and she was tired by the time she got to me. So, I had to spend time with my grandmother and my aunt and everybody else, So, of course, that feels.
This is why the spirit, her ancestors are like, "Honey, it's time. It's time to really adjust."
Yeah, because it can develop abandonment. A lot of people don't realize that, and that's what I may have developed with my mother. That's why I had a certain dislike for the work, her working at night or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a lot going on over here. As you can see, I got a lot going on.
Okay, look at that. You started already.
Yeah, I got a lot going on. Yeah, I wrote it out. With her mom and her daughter, mom and daughter. With both of them have the same alignment number, which is interesting. 9 plus 20 equals 29, which is 11. 1 plus 28 equals 29, which is 11. Boy, when I see a lot of even numbers, especially with children, and also you have to be more protective of her, because those even number children, especially on her life path and then her alignment number, you have to be very mindful of the teachers that's teaching her, the people that babysits her, That is very important. You know, babysits, homeschool, but stay busy. I'm at work from home and homeschool. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you got to be very careful how that child, because she has a lot of healing energy, a lot of healing energy, a lot of loving energy. She has too, a lot of creative energy, and she needs to see. Both of y'all need a certain amount of balance, especially with hopefully from the father, hopefully from your father also, ma'am. Hopefully you got balance, and if you didn't get balance, then that's where the extremities of relationship can happen. Again, you're born under the extreme 20 energy of the awakening, but when anytime 0 is added, that adds extremity to it, especially with relationships. And the need to maintain balance can be a juggling act, when in actuality the need to be master what you're doing and how you want to do it is going to be very beneficial to her, because she shares the same alignment or the achievement or pinnacle number that you share. Being very mindful of people who try to deceive you is going to be very important. She has to be very mindful of people who try to deceive her when she goes out into that world, especially because y'all actually have a life path that supports each other. The 3 and the 6 supports each other. So being open to conversation with her is very important. Y'all got to talk to each other. You have to speak to each other, because those 2 numbers is what's going to speak. You got to speak love and life into your child and whatever she does. And again, be very careful of the relationship she has, because if she don't see, like Kerry-Ann says, the child is watching you, and Aquarius are ahead of their time. And if she doesn't see a balanced relationship with her daddy or any men that come in, that divorce energy will pop up in her life, where she'll have to divorce herself from people, places, and things, especially if she didn't see a balance with her mom and dad. So whatever it is, you have to really, whatever happened between you and the pops, whatever happened with the father, you have to be willing to not speak bad about that male energy to this person, because she needs that balance in her life. That's why her life path is the 6. A life path. You're born in the 9th month. You could easily remove it from your life, but again, 20 comes with extremities, and 28 comes with divorce. Not only relationship, but it comes from what they don't see. And if there's no balanced relationship with the masculine, the divine masculine, she will have problems in relationship throughout her life if she doesn't find and see the balance. And I'm reading both of y'all are saying, see, that's what, even when I do compatibility relationships, I stop doing compatibility sessions, because men sometimes and women sometimes are not serious. Well, in my sessions, compatibility session goes to $300 to $400 for an hour and a half. That's real, because it's real to me, because I'm doing the comparison between name and birthday, all your names and all your birthdays, and it takes time for me to do this. So when I've noticed that you're not real and you're not serious, and I need both of y'all on the phone line, and because your daughter is the future of who you are and supposed to take her master number to the next level, she's not supposed to work for nobody, to tell you the truth. She's supposed to definitely work for herself. Just like a Creflo Dollar or a Rick Ross or a Rakim the God. They're all born the same day. Definitely. But people born on the 20th are supposed to do some great purpose in this planet, reveal some great things. And as you're getting older, that working for self energy is very important, and doing what you have to do, but you need to write about it, and also write about her on the journey of raising somebody that's that age. You got to write about that person, because she needs a legacy left for her, so she can carry on the legacy and turn it into a dynasty that may live into infinity for the children that may come out through her. There's a lot to happen. She said, I know exactly what you're talking about, King. Trust. My past has led to her protection. Knew before I knew the numbers. Of course, because you know yourself. You know yourself, and y'all have similar numbers that needed protection, especially in the beginning parts of your life. Those 2 11s right there, because on the negative 2911 comes with deception and treachery. If you read my book about it, it says the number 29 is the number when the number 29 person is off of spiritual balance, it can lead to being dishonest, degrading, shiftless, and they have to go through trials and tribulation and danger. And 29 people should be careful of unreliable friends and grief brought to those of the opposite sex due to the deception, both for male and female. So even if this was a father or if this was a son, I would tell them the same thing. They'd have to be very careful of the people that they allow in their relationship. So this is real as far as I'm concerned. In my hearts of hearts, you got to protect not only your energy, but also her energy. So, and realize that the divine masculine and feminine has to work together. And then she has to be of discernment and be able to be willing to divorce herself, because she's going to love hard. Just because of her life path, she's a lover. She loves. That's her life path that follows her through her life. But if she gets disappointed, then she's going to have to divorce the person, place, or thing from her, so she can mentally heal, because she's born in 2011, which is the 4 number, which is the mental number. She has to protect her mind at all costs, like it's a precious diamond. Got to protect her mind and bring balance, because these are all balanced numbers. These are all 2 balanced numbers. Your numbers are balanced numbers. Those are numbers. 11 equals a 2 deals with balance. Those are all balanced. It needs balance and equilibrium. That's why a lot of our children are thinking about hurting themselves at a young age and all kinds of madness. We're not having balance. This world is built on balance. This universe is predicated on balance, the yin and the yang. So we need to really, she says, scary but necessary truth spoken. My dear, I hope this helps both of you. I hope it helps. What we did and shared with you helps both of you. This and you can tell this can be very draining to me. That's why I don't like to do comparisons. I mean, I could do it with parents and child, but it's like, oh gosh. That's why I don't do compatibility sessions anymore, because you put all your stuff into it, and then the guy fails or the woman don't. And if one person is not willing to work it out, or that child becomes a prodigal child and want to run out and run amok, and you get upset because you're over emotional because of that number 2 energy, that she gonna come back. But if you taught her well, she'll always come back. That's prodigal child. That's the prodigal son, the prodigal daughter. So expect the unexpected, both positive and negative, because of that 4 energy. As she getting older, that's going to kick in. And 4 deals with the weird, unusual, strange things happening where their mind, she might not think mommy's supporting us, so I'm going to go here. And you could homeschool her until she's 20. That number 4 energy, that Aquarian energy, we walk at our own drum. We like this. Oh yeah, mommy talking. Hold on. What you said? Play classical? Nah, man. Let me play some trap. My mother said I was hard-headed. I'm Aquarius. My mother said I was hard-headed, and yes, I was. And you're Aquarius too. We both hard-headed. We did something totally different than our parents did. Your mother ain't doing this, right? Right, Kerry-Ann, your mother don't do tarot, does she? Exactly. My mother not doing numerology. She said, well, what are numerology? She look at me. So you gotta stay focused, my dear. She said, yes, thank you. Both. I hope you enjoyed what we just did, my dear. Thank you very much. Let's see if there's anybody else. Okay, that's good. That's good. There's nobody else that sent any money yet. People they're putting birthdays, but they're not putting any finance. Yes, this is not that channel, girl. We just don't do it for free. we do things with intentions. And circulation intentions, and that's why it's
She
scrolling
said
on
she
the bottom.
did.
Who said they did?
The
Let me see. I don't see any
two
name. Okay,
lions
I see a
roar.
name. I see a name now. I do see a name now.
I
Yes,
love
I
her.
do see a name. Let me see
Now,
what I see here.
lions roar. I love it.
They said, okay, I see something. Yes, I just looked at it. I think that's a Sydney Montanez, I think. Yes, me and my two princesses. I mean, see. Yeah, but you say you and your two princesses, but I don't know. If you see a birthday up there. I'm not even looking at the thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
all 3 birthdays.
Oh, she put all 3 birthdays up there. Okay, let me see what's happening here. Okay, she sent $33.33. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay, they said she threw 3 birthdays up there.
Montanez, yeah, Cindy Montanez.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I guess okay, that's it. Okay, there it is. So which one you want to start with?
I'm gonna presume she's the 1980.
Yeah, I hate doing quickies, to tell you the truth. I hate quickies. I really do. I really don't like doing this online. I really like being intimate, because if I get intimate like this,
yeah,
it's embarrassing to the person online. And I don't like that, because I got other things to say about more when I do all this stuff up in front. It gets deeper. I bring people to tears sometimes, a lot of times, because the numbers is revealing the patterns, cycles, and sequences of people. And it could get deeper just by looking at what they went through and what the mom might have went through and what she's trying to protect her child from. I know what it is. So, but yeah, go ahead. You do what you do. You see what it is. I'm going to erase the board and clean it. I might have to put some water on this board. It's dirty. It's a dirty board. I don't like the quickies. That's why I don't even like to doing these things at festivals a lot. I really don't, because I have to watch my back, and I'm looking around and I'm like, Lord have mercy. Really?
You have to watch your back?
You got to watch your back, because you don't know. Everybody that comes to a festival don't mean that they're your friend and they just support you. They could be people that's ready to shoot and knife you. And it's a shame, but Malcolm X used to say it. He's under no illusion that everybody in here is my friend or support what I do. Mm-hmm. I learned that years ago. Go ahead, girl. Which one you starting with?
Her birthday.
I guess she's the oldest. Yes, I guess that would be it. There it is.
The 2 cards that came up, 2 of Swords, and the second card, Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom, Look a Little Deeper. It's very interesting. So with the 2 of Swords, you're at a crossroad. Mm-hmm. The energy here feels like you're trying to make a decision and you are just stuck in the thought process of it, trying to decide, and you're not taking action. So you're constantly in your head about it, and you got to just make a choice. As simple as that sounds, that's what you have to do. And trust that the universe will really keep opening up the path for you to move forward and to feel protected, because you do have your ancestors protecting you. They're constantly there. They're always with you. And we have the celestial beings from the unseen realms protecting us, or else we wouldn't be here, given all of the things that are happening in this realm. So always keep that at the forefront of your mind. And when you feel unsure of that, you can create a little saying that allow you to tap back into that knowing, that truth, that they're always there beside you, in front of you, behind you, protecting you, and making sure that nothing becomes of you or your family. So that decision that that you're really struggling with making is around your family. It will affect your family. But know that you're guided. And if you are really struggling with trusting in your inner knowing, take some really intentional time out and sit with yourself so that you could hear what is being shared with you to actually do and how to move forward. And when you may even get messages from the dream realm. So make sure you have a notebook beside your bed when you go to sleep, so that if you wake up, if something wakes you in the middle of the night, you can quickly roll over and start jotting. A lot of us get messages that come to us when we are in the state of slumber. And for air dominated signs, that is a really good time for the spiritual realm to communicate with us, because we're constantly in the thought processing and analyzing state when we're in the awakened state. So yeah, trust, spend some time, intentional time, where you allow yourself to intuitively hear the messages from your ancestors and from the Creator. I am complete for the mama.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep on, finish them all off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'll go. I'm gonna run right through it. I ain't gonna stop. Yeah. Oh yeah.
With tarot, I'm a little slower because I have to wait. Like I have to.
Go ahead.
On the messages.
They're gonna have to take your time. Have fun.
Gotta take my time. Gotta hear.
Mm-hmm.
So who is the second one? Who is that? Oh, daughter.
That's a 3/26.
Yeah.
2013, and then the last one is a newborn.
Yeah. A baby.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's sending this for their niece.
Wisdom.
Huh?
And from the Tarot of Swords, the King of Swords. Mm-hmm. All right. So wisdom for your second baby. She has the energy of bigger than life energy. She captivates everyone that come in contact with her. And she, even, you know, at her age, she holds a stoic command where she seems bigger than life, and she has this ancient wisdom about her. But as to create and to maintain balance and order in all that she engage herself with, she has to really tame that fire. And water, controlling, you know, how she really engage or interacts with her emotions. Really having emotional intelligence. That's what I'm getting. Emotional intelligence is the key to her success. Understanding how to navigate how she's feeling, having a safe space to speak through her emotions so that she can release them and have an understanding of why they're showing up and use them in the most balanced and beneficial way for herself and for all who are involved. So, because she has this bigger than life persona, because she's here to do some really, really amazing things, the energy that she's been given to execute what it is she came here to do is also big. So she really, again, has to have a practice in place to help her manage and work through how she alchemize what it is she's feeling. And I'm complete for that. Her second daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I showed the cards, right?
I think you did, yes. I was busy writing.
You're like, sure. Whatever you think.
I'm busy writing. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 No. Oh.
You got a lot to say. All right. So the first card that came out is Judgment.
Mm-hmm.
The second card that popped out with Judgment is the Four of Wands. And these two cards came out in the Oracle. So the first one is Star Family. You're part of a team of souls called to support. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, love of life. So your little angel came here to do work. She came with a mission. And she needs a stable foundation to be able to execute what it is that she came here to do. She will feel very tied to the celestial realms. And in the States, from very young, you could start talking to her and getting messages and getting divine insight. She's pure. She's crystal clear in what she has brought down. But the negative side of all of this is she's going to be her biggest judge. She's going to be very critical of herself because of the responsibility she feels deep in her soul to execute what it is that she came here to do. So having a strong foundation in her home, which translates to the external world as well, that will help her to feel supported, balanced, and free to do what it is that she came here to do without restraint. And when that is in place, she will feel less attached to being critical about herself and second guessing all of her divine gifts. And Star family, she's a part of the Star family, and she really has insight, clear messages, clear understanding of where she came from. So talk to her, have conversations when she's at that stage to start talking. She might be even talking now. I know she was born last year, but she's a part of that group that are accelerated in their growth and in their knowledge because they really came here. Her and her sister. Her sister came before, but she is even more sped up. So if she starts to talk about where she came from, do not dismiss it. Listen. Respect it. Honor it. Honor her. Surround her with love, because that's the energy she's brought here. She's full of love. She's full of joy. She's full of community. She's full of bringing, she has that energy to just bring people together and dispel any sort of negativity or ickiness that may have been around. As soon as you bring her into a room, the vibration of that will change. And I'm sure you've experienced that. So overall, protect them both, provide spaces for them to truly be their authentic self, and honor their divine responsibilities, and ensure that your home environment is their safe haven. I'm complete.
Okay, you're completed. All righty. All righty then. Okay. Righty. Oh, let me see where I'm at here. I got to go to the front of my board here. There's a lot going on my board.
Oh, you be
right. A lot going on. I'll be writing right into the east and right into the west. It's hard to see because it's let me see what I got going on here. Okay. Dealing with mom first. 33 is the number of the Christ anointed energy. And we know, according to the theology of Christ, we always know that there's always a sacrifice, especially for those that you love, because 33 is the number that you're supposed to be very playful with them. Definitely playing with them is going to be very important, because 33 is the youthful energy. And it's important that you maintain that youthful, open energy with your children, because your alignment numbers are 33, and that is a number of healing and teaching and guiding, but also doing it in a jovial and happy manner. And because you're born on the 24th, which is also a number of humanitarian and serving the healing good of others, and being willing to even turn your kitchen into a chemistry lab of healing, because both your children, you're going to have to pay attention to their diets and what you have to offer them, because both of them are born under dietary numbers. To tell you the truth, the 8 rules the colon, the 7 rules the stomach. So being born on the 26th, that your second daughter, your first daughter adds up to that 8. Those are all healing and health numbers. This 16, which is a 7, deals with the preparatory and planning. Even a meal plan is important for that particular child, because if you feed that child anything that could upset not only their stomach, it upset mentally, not wanting to even, probably not wanting to even eat that thing again. So, Mom, you have to turn your kitchen into a chemistry lab of healing and health. Even your life path adds up to the number 6 in another perspective. And when I added that 9 plus the 2 plus the 4 plus the it added up to 33. So your life path is also the number 33 in another aspect. So 33 is 2 master numbers that runs strong in your chart of healing, happiness, jovial attitude, teaching skills, visionary, but also bringing the youthful attitude to everything that you do. And make sure it's about bringing balance and harmony and truth. Be always honest with them. Sometimes it may hurt them, because one thing about one of your daughters, she born the same day as Teddy Pendergrass. She born the same day as Diana Ross. And one thing about that child, they're going to say what they mean and mean what they say, especially being that Aries energy. And you're going to have to show her how to curb her mouth. That mouth could get you in trouble. So she got to know how to read the room. That's why the alignment number 11 is her master number. Is 11. You got to be able to read the room, because 11 is the number of insight, where you're the healing energy, and you will fight and kill for your child because you're born in the year 1980. And that adds up to a number 18, which is a 9. And that is the fighting number. That is the argumentative number alongside the number 8 also. So you got to be very mindful in your communication with her also, because she's going to say what she mean to me, what I'm saying. It might be a little bit embarrassing. You got to be a little bit, she got to learn how to know when to use her wit, to get what she wants and what she needs, because she is an old soul. Both of them are old soul just by looking at the 8 and the 7. And because you have master numbers in both aspects of your life, you're an old soul too. So they came through to do some work, but you also came through to do some work. As long as you're still alive, you came here with a job too, to bring stability and balance in their life. So they'll understand to respect stability and balance in their own lives. Right now, like Kerry-Ann said earlier, you are in the crossroads of your life. You've been in the crossroads since last year. Yes, the child was a part of your crossroad, but you was in a 4-year cycle last year, going into a 5-year cycle this year as your birthday. So you're still in that crossroad of the 4 and the 5, and the crossroads in numerology that particular longer crossroad lasts for 4 years. So you're in a crossroads. You're in a crossroad right now. And like I always tell people, cross the road. Crossroad means exactly being decisive and crossing the road of what you want to accomplish and what you want to build, what you want to manifest for your life moving forward, and be willing to promote it in the 5 years, especially if it's a business that you want to start. These are years of reorganizing, restructuring, redevelopment, and the willingness to start realigning yourself, and then start promoting what you want to accomplish, because that number 5 years is the number of promotion and production and communication. 4 is the foundational year of communication, but 5 is the one that expands you out to the next level. This child right here that's born on 3/26/2023, the life path is a number 8. So you have to teach her about money and finance from an early age. Get books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad for Children, or Derek Grace's children's book. But Rich Dad for Poor Dad is a little easy, and play games like Monopoly with them. Very important. Play game, because the one that's the youngest, that's just born, she's watching everything that y'all do. And she's intaking everything because she's born in the 7th month. She's born on the 16th, which adds up to a number 7. And she's born in the year 2023 that adds up to the 7. So she got the 777 energy, which adds up to a number 21 in one aspect. But when you add her 7 plus her 16 plus the 23 adds up to 2023, adds up to 2046, which is the number 12, which is a 3. 12 is the victimization number. So she cannot, don't stop them from talking. Don't stop her and stagnate her throat chakra. She has to say what she has to say. And like Kerry-Ann said, yeah, they got to listen to what they're saying, because they came through, like Baba Phil Valentine, who just texted me, this children came through to teach you how to parent them. They came through to teach you how to parent them, just like you came through your mother and father to teach them how to parent you. And if we don't pay close attention to the powers of their astrological and their numerical or their spiritual prowess that they came here to do, both of them are old soul, because the 7 and the 8 and the 9 are old soul energy, and also the master numbers are old soul energy. So sometimes you have to Sankofa it. And what I mean by Sankofa, sometimes you have to look to the past, fetch from the past, and move it on into the future. So be willing to teach them history, but how to remix history to use it for today, especially when it comes to money and finance and preparation, because the last child has to prepare what they do, or they will prepare to fail if they don't learn to plan and have a blueprint. They have to have a blueprint for whatever they do and however they do, especially that last child. This one has to have discipline, because 8 is the disciplinary number. So anything they do, it has to have some type of discipline, order, structure. She's going to be her Aries self. And these two, as they get older, they might start bickering and arguing with each other, because sometimes water and fire does that. Sometimes you might have seen a little jealousy from her over to this child, because that's, they notice certain things are being taken away and you're giving it to her. And I understand, that's children. It happens. It happens. But she will be a protector of the legacy. The one here born on 3/26/2013. That will be the protector and the legacy. So she's here to bring that connection. So your job is to make sure you have the stable connection, the healing connection, and the higher frequency of love and creativity. And don't be afraid to take them on the journey to travel so they can learn, because they have to travel. They can't stay here in America. They have to be able to see the world. They're old souls. Take them on trips with either Ashra Kwesi or Billy Carson or wherever they're going to go see the world. They got to see, they got to travel. They got a lot of traveling energy and frequencies that keeps them moving, to either learn how to make money from it or learn the history of it so they can write about it or do music about it. But you're here to bring that balance and love that they need from a jovial, happy manner. That's how it works for all of you together. That was, so it's important that you check out the dynamics of the personal numbers, because when you add 6 plus 8 plus 7, that's the personality number. 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 21. So everything has to be communication. Communication has to be clear with compassion and creativity in order for this relationship personally to work amongst all of them, amongst all of you. I hope it served a greater purpose for you. Remember, you're in the crossroad. And while you're in the crossroad, guess what? They're in the crossroad, because you're their mama. And they're not outside of the house yet. That's why sometimes with babies, I want you to let them be themselves. Although it's that baby's going to love music and love and have a lot of energy, sometimes you got to see what they're gravitating to and then do a session for them. I want to let them, because intuition, everything is intuitive here. Both of them are very intuitive. They're going to naturally gravitate to what they love to do. But if you stagnate what they love, then that will lower their powers. And you got to always enhance and help to work. As a matter of fact, in my book, I talk about the superpowers of all the numbers. If you introduce things to them from a young age, I say that in my chapter, chapter 8, maximize and activate the vibration of your numbers. So when I look at somebody like her being born on the 26th, you go straight to the 8, and it says the superpower, the number 8 superpower is realizing that they get older, that they are older, they get older, that their life is in their own hands. As they get older, they got to realize that their life is in their own hands and that they have the capacity to build major companies and enterprises. I'm talking about her. When you deal with the 7, the person born on the 7, their superpower as a number 7, and I just read part of it, are brought to the forefront when spiritual awareness is heightened and analytical skills are developed. That's the power of the 7. But of course, there's much more. I can go into all of that, but that's when you do full sessions and all that kind of stuff. That's when I get it in and do what I got to do to bring the message that I need to bring. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it served I hope it served a greater purpose for you, my dear. I hope your children turn out to be the greatest that they can be in this realm. Sure. Don't hold them back. Don't let them second guess themselves. Don't allow them to do that. They're very powerful beyond what you think they are. They're much more powerful than that. Just like you were, if you're willing to use those healing frequencies, especially. Look, I see master numbers. I'm like, what the hell? You got a whole bunch of master numbers. You got 33 in one aspect of your alignment number. And then when I add it across, when I add 9 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 0 adds up to 33 across. So you got 33 up above, and you got 33 below. So you got a masterful foundation. You just got to make sure that you try to maintain balance with it, because they're watching you, and they're like sponge. They're listening to everything you do, with men, with women, with people, with this, with that, with family. Be careful of gossiping around them, because they pick up like a sponge, and that Aries will say what she means and mean what she say. Mommy said this about your ass. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. My friend that I'm renting this house from has a mouth on her since we was in our 15s, since we was 15. The friend that I'm renting the house from right now, born the same day your daughter born. She got a mouth, and she'll say it because I'm in mouth. She'll tell people it's her mouth. So you gotta, and it almost got into a lot of trouble. So you gotta it helps, but sometimes you gotta know how to use it in a way. The 26 is supposed to be lawyers. They're supposed to be lawyers. They're supposed to be able to get in the courtroom and do their thing, because they know how to put up a good argument. Ask Kerry-Ann. They can put up a good argument. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool
you. You're talking about.
Right. Really. This is what we're doing. That's what we're doing, really.
That's what we're doing.
Next.
Wait. I'm over here, but since you're over there, I plead the 5th.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you plead the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
5,
Right. Let's go to the next person that's doing it for her niece. I guess this is for her niece.
Okay.
When did you want to stop? Because I'm ready to turn this thing down.
Mm-hmm.
when did you want to turn? I'm gonna stop scrolling this so people can't keep on coming on.
Yeah. After we have 2.
After, we got this one. We got this one. We got one more person after that. I think.
Philly Cat, right? This is Marsha. Is this Marsha?
Who? The one that we're doing now? No, this is Allison. Allison we're doing now.
Okay, because Marsha said she sent Marsha.
Yeah, but Marsha sent it after her, so we got Marsha gonna have to wait.
Okay, so yeah, so
yeah,
I see Marsha and Philly Cat is the niece.
Yeah.
This is one. That's her. Okay.
Yeah, the one that's on the screen right now. That's the one. Allison J. Miller. She's actually doing it for this person here. This Michaela, born 6/18/2009. Yeah, I think it's Michael. Well, it's Michaela. Michaela. Yeah, I guess it's Michaela because Michael. I guess it's named after her daddy. Michaela. Yeah, Michaela. Could be that. Yep. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Oh. Ooh. Let me see here. Go ahead, do your thing. Let me do this. Oh gosh. Where is
Right. Bear with me, you guys. It all failed. All right. So the first card is called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Yep. You see that? Very pretty. And the second card is Wheel of Fortune. And we know how Spirit does. This one flew out. So it is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is very auspicious in that when you're in balance, you're able to really pull from all angles to create the fortune, the abundance that you are connected to. You know, we've heard it's your birthright, that, you know, that statement, it's our birthright to do what X, Y, and Z. It's your birthright to really tap into what the earth has to offer you. And your ability to think and work through the process in your mind. So conceptually analyze and work through what it is that is needed for you to execute. because you're able to see both sides of the equation and see the positive and the negative, the opportunities and the setbacks, so that you could set up a strategy to really navigate through those waters correctly. But do not overthink. You have a tendency to always want to overthink things. Use the mind, your mental capacity to organize, strategize, and execute. Don't dwell in the process of ruminating on the things that you can't seem to figure out. Trust in the unknown, because when you get stuck focusing in on the things that don't really make sense, you are limiting yourself from accessing your fortune. You are not moving with, you're not flowing with the wheel of time. You're allowing yourself to get stuck or even to move backwards. It's like somebody put a peg in the wheel and it jerks and it stops and it's stagnant. So as the Queen of Pentacles, you have access to all of what is here on the planet for you. And you're able to really utilize and be resourceful to turn that into great abundance. So tap into your gifts, your calling, and that is scribe work, writing, the thoughts that are constantly occupying your head. Take that out and write it out. That's what's coming up. And when you perfect whatever it is that you're tapping into your calling for, you can then start to teach others and turn it into even more success, another arm of your empire, so to speak. There are so much abundance here for you. The pool of wealth is overflowing for you. You just have to get out of your own head, literally and figuratively, and start to implement, strategize, implement, and take action. And that was for you. Not for you, for your niece. I say you because it's like the person is right in front of me, but I'm complete. Simon?
Hold on. Yeah. I'm here. If you didn't know better, I think she was reading me. See,
Oh.
it's probably your ass. Probably your ass. Probably your ass.
Right? If it feels like it, and notice that I said you.
Right.
So listen, the spirits, when they have a message, you gonna get it.
If it quack like a duck, it is a duck. Quack. Quack, quackity quack. Sucky ducky. Quack, quack, quack. Sucky ducky. Think of the Sucky Ducky, the comedian from back in the day. Yeah. I met him years ago. Sucky Ducky.
Oh, quack, that's quack. Funny. That's hilarious. Oh.
So go into numbers. Yeah, Lordy, Miss Claudia.
Put yourself up, Simon. Put yourself up.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right. Yeah. You want to disappear? Let's go. Go ahead, disappear. No. There it is. Right now, this young person here. Oh man, that's deep. Because what's happening now? If you didn't know better, this is the time to do better. If you didn't know better, this is the time to do better, man. Believe me. Because this person is what, 15? It's a 15-year-old, I
Okay,
believe.
look, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's 15. Yeah. When you take the 2024, yeah, take away 2009. Yeah, that person is 15. Man, she has to be a little bit more mindful of the people that she calls her friends as she's getting older. Because her life path is an 8, and she's born in the year of the 11, because 2009 adds up to 11. And 11 is always who you choose, and the 8 is the number of the recognizing who and what are assets in your life. And if they're an asset, you keep them. If they're a liability, they got to go. And 9, it's easy for 9 to detoxify and remove people out their life if they're willing to do it. But one thing about the number 18 is different than the straight 9. Number 18 is the spiritual side, is the symbol of the material side, striving to destroy the spiritual side. So this person, your niece, has to find balance. With the name Michaela, Michela, that Michael itself, anytime Michael is in a name in any capacity, it comes with a lot of extremities. It comes with a lot of overthinking, for real, because Michael in both systems of numerology adds up to the 33 and the 22 and another aspect. But now that she has an A attached to it, it adds up to a 23 and then a 34 in another aspect, which is 2 mental numbers in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, where she can be there's something going, too much going on in her head. And she has to be very careful of being distracted by what she's using when she's using the apparatus called the phone. And that's real talk. Because a lot of our young people are, and she might not want to hear this, this appendage that all of us are depending on, she personally has to find balance sometimes. And what I mean by balance, because of her alignment number being a 24, which is a 6, she has to take time sometimes to work on her own self-healing, her own healing. So sometimes she has to put down and turn off the phone and get into her own healing and calm her own self down, because that is the number of healing. And the six energy at that point of her life, being born in the 6th month, and because she's born in the 6th month, which is connected to connected to the Gemini energy, there's a lot of energy, a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts going around, and a lot of things that can lead her to nervous breakdown if she's not careful. Being a Gemini, it can lead you to nervous breakdown because Gemini is connected to the number 5, and y'all want to do everything when in actuality, you have to discipline yourself for the things to come out, because your life path is a number 8. And 8 is going to remind you and alert you to 8 will smack you on your ass. That's what I'm basically saying, that 8 will smack you on your ass and remind you that the undisciplined life is an insane life. Say that again, because that was said by Socrates over 100 or hundreds of years ago. The undisciplined life is an insane life. And that's why you have the 8 as a life path. And because the number 18 is the symbol of this material striving to destroy the spiritual, it's time to bring the 6 is here to remind you to bring balance, because 18 is something that you have to learn how to explore the secret realms through either prayer or meditation. Is going to be very important. And because the number 18 can be one who give people the benefit of the doubt, her friends, because she loves her friends, she wants to be around it. You got to be very careful of the friends that you choose, because some of your friends can be one who comes to deceive you at the end of the day. And that can become very emotional and strenuous in the past, in what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. But if you develop any balance and discipline now, you can be able to read who is coming into your life and be able to either keep the ones that are necessary for you to be necessary to be in your life, or the ones that's not necessary. They got to go. They got to go. And you got to be very careful of getting into any bitter disputes with family members or friends or loved ones, and be careful of treachery and deception from others. That number 18 has to always be. That's why you got to be willing to 1 and 8 equals 9. You got to be willing to remove certain people out of your life if you don't feel that they're rising you up to a higher level, especially with that name that you have, because the root of that name is Michael. And the angel Michael is a very powerful angel energy to have around you. Very powerful. The name Michael is ruled by the number 22 and the number 33. Just because you added an A, it just changes that vibration of it. But Michael is still seen. Soon as I seen that name, I seen Michael. And the angel Michael is a powerful angel, or a powerful vibration to have around you. And it comes with trials and tribulation if you don't use it correctly. I don't care if it's a female name now that you added A to it. Michael Jackson had problems. Michael Tyson's had problems. Michael Vick has had problems. Michael Noakes has all of those Michaels have had problems if they don't learn to manage their weaknesses and balance the spiritual side and the material side together to bring about divine higher level of order. And I hope she's listening. If she's not listening, you're doing it because you want to give her some type of message. No, she should be listening. These young people need to listen to the ancient words and the ancient wisdom so they can navigate better, so they can be better. I was talking to a young man today born under that master number 11, or his name added up to that master number 11. And he's 30 years old, distraught about young people in his age group that don't understand the true meaning of partnership. A lot of y'all sisters and brothers are learning that, I need a man need to take care of me, and I have nothing to offer the relationship. I just want to be taken care of, and that's it. That's vanity, when a relationship is supposed to be reciprocal. A relationship is supposed to be reciprocal. It's not just a man taking care of a woman and that's it. What you got to offer? Just your vagina? Really? I don't care how old you are, because them 15-year-olds and 13-year-olds know about vagina and penis more than anybody nowadays. Y'all listening to Megan and the Stallion and Nicki Minaj and Sexy Red more than your parents even know that you're listening to them. So you got to, young lady, you got to be very careful who you allow in your life, just because of the 8 and 11 and the 6. Because you love friendship and you give people the benefit of the doubt, you still got to be very mindful. Because number 9 is the number of straight up haters. Number 11 is the number of deceptive haters. Number 8 is the number of asset and liabilities. Get rid of the assets. Get rid of the liabilities and keep the assets and stop playing. So I hope she's listening. Because I ain't got no time. I got children your age. I got grandchildren your age. That's how deep it is. And I don't mind you being who you are, but you still got to be, not everybody that's around you is your friend. A friend of mine's son thought that people was his friend. And when he left the house to go meet with a girl, he got killed. So I know these things can happen in these days and times. So and I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to alert you that your numbers say you got to maintain balance. You got to recognize and clean out people that can't help you. If they're not here to serve your highest and wisest purpose, to be the healer that you're supposed to be and servant of humanity that you're supposed to be, and be careful of treacherous and deceptive people. You got to be able to read people. And the only way you're going to develop that skill, young lady, is by doing your necessary meditation and praying and say, this is my prayer every night. I only want to allow positive, productive people in my life and get rid of all the negative and unproductive people in my life. That is my prayer every day, personally. And I'm giving that prayer to you. You only want positive and productive people because the true meaning of friend, not frenemy, the true meaning of friend is one who is here to enhance you to be better, not to be your worst. A friend that's leading you to drugs and corruption and madness is not your true friend, because that can also lead you to jail and being addicted to madness. And one thing about the number 9 and 6, they could be addicted to sex, drugs, and all kinds of stuff. 9, 5, and 6. And because you're born under the sign of Gemini, which is connected to the number 5, you got to be careful of another form of addiction. I'd rather you be connected to a positive addiction, like education, building your business, because your life path is a number 8. You're supposed to build a business. You should be thinking about running your own business right now. Find all the things that you love to do because of number 6 and turn it into a business. Let your aunt allow you to turn whatever you've been wanting to do into a business. I don't care if it's a t-shirt business. I don't care if it's a hat business. I don't care if it's a shoe business. I don't care if you want to write a book. You should be thinking about business right now. So by the time you reach 25, from 15, you got 10 years to say, you know what? I got my own running business right now. A dear friend of mine named Farrah Gray, who was born on the 9th of September, he became a millionaire at 14 years of age. Dr. Farrah Gray today is his name. He's 34 years. By the time he was 14, he had $1.4 million in his bank account, because he took his grandmother's recipe and sold his old grandmama's recipe and now made $1.4 million, because he's an old soul. You're an old soul. You're able to go back and tap into your grandmama's ideal or your granddaddy's ideal and flip it for the new beginning for right now. Don't play with it. Work with it and make it happen. I hope you got what you got to get from that. That was very important. That was very important. Let's go to the next person. You're welcome, Philly Cat. Philly Cat, a lot of mercy. And let's go to, let's get rid of Philly Cat and let's go. We got 2 more people. We got Kim. Kim came back on to do something for Lisa. Here's Lisa. She born February 24th. Girl, 1969. She did this for Lisa. So Kim is doing this for Lisa. You born the same as Mayweather. I ain't got nothing to say to you. She needs to stop playing. And you born in 69, girl. What are you overthinking for? Just do the damn thing. Yeah, go ahead, girl. Have fun. Go ahead. You do what you gotta do. I'm gonna write what I gotta write. But oh my gosh, she born the same day as Floyd Mayweather. Money Mayweather. Let's put some respect to his name. Money Mayweather. And he retired his mommy and his daddy.
Really?
Well, he took care of his family. He ain't playing. As arrogant y'all think he is, he loved family, and that's what 24s do. They love family. They love their family. So he got everybody working for their own business. He got everybody got their own business. Oh man, I love it. I heard his mama is from Jamaica. Ain't that something? Yeah, man, me love him now, cause him retire me.
Who isn't from Jamaica at this point?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. They don't say that. Them hip hoppers will come at you.
Busta's Jamaican.
Yeah, Busta's. Grandmaster Fast is from Barbados. So was what's the name? I went to school with him. Dougie Fresh, Bia John. But
all right.
Cool Herc.
The first card is the Knight of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 cards flew out in the Oracle. I think this one came up before. So Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. And the second one, Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Okay. So you are feeling like you are at a standstill. You're very in tuned. You're very spiritual. It's like you're waiting for a specific message, sound, song, something around. You're waiting for something out of this world to come to you, to get you to move. You're looking at, what it is that you have accomplished, and you're satisfied, but there's a little tinge of wanting more. Star Keeper, your cosmic ancestors want, the energy that I'm picking up is that you need to become more grounded and satisfied and content with where you are. Yes, be content with where you are and stop trying to project an idea and a illusion out without embracing where you are and embracing the stage, because this stage is a part of your journey. And your ancestors, they want you, you're protected. That's always the first message, is you're protected. However, you need to be grounded. You need to stay put. You need to stand still. You need to continue to enjoy what it is that you have done thus far and appreciate what it is that has taken you to this space, and feel gratitude and when you are able to do that, you can get a more organic perspective of what you're looking at, what you have achieved, what you have accomplished, what you have built. And instead of being in the doing state, you're in the appreciation stage. And oftentimes when we're sitting in this space, we can see that our pursuit, our constant pursuit and movement forward, the climb, the rush into the thing that feels like we need to acquire it, that is not what we really want. When we're able to step back and be still and look at all of what we've accomplished and really give gratitude and actually enjoy what it is that we have accomplished and worked so hard to have in this current moment, this will allow you to find more ease in your life and also to be more grateful. Yeah, there's a lot of, I'm feeling a lot of ungrateful energy because you don't feel like you have accomplished enough and you feel like there's a tinge of wanting more. Not that there's anything wrong with wanting more, but sometimes we have to just sit in the space that we're given. Even if it feels uncomfortable, we have to sit there and we have to embrace it. And we have to find all of the lessons, all of the growth, all of the magic within that space and use it to help us to get to the next level, for the lack of better words, on your journey. Okay. I'm complete.
Okay. You are complete, you say?
I am complete.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Just gonna keep you up in the front because we just love looking at you. I know she ready to hit the bed, boy. Look at her face. I didn't say that. I know it could be something else, huh? Ain't that something? Hola. We're tired. No.
I didn't expect you to just pop out like that. That sounded hilarious.
We're tired. Tired, baggy. Not lazy, buddy.
This is draining as well. This is
Yeah, it
energetic.
can be. It can be very draining. I try to tell people. All right, Lisa, and the Cult Jam.
Lisa,
Oh man,
Lisa,
and the Cult Jam. Big up to Lisa, and the Cult Jam. Oh, man. Since this year, she's been in the crossroads. This is her last crossroads cycle, to tell you the truth.
That's
When you
good.
add when you add 2 plus 24 plus 2024, that adds up to 2005, 2050. And that adds up to 2 plus 0 plus 2, 2 plus 0 plus 5 plus 0 equals 7. This is a very good year for actually attracting what you want and really taking the time out to spiritually think about the road ahead, because you're in your wisdom cycle, and you've been in your wisdom cycle since the age of 51. And the wisdom cycle lasts for 28 years, according to one of the systems of numerology. And for 28 years, that is connected to the number 1969, add up to a 25. So, yes, like she said, it's about the spiritual. It's a spiritual aspect. And really, you're not supposed to be waiting for something. You need to manifest something. Of all the things that you've accumulated all these 55 years, usually the best time to write an autobiography or biography is when you reach your 55 mark. It's the best time to write about your story, because there's things that you more likely have held from your past, from relatives and your grandparents. There's something about you connecting to the older generation of your family because of that alignment number 8. And that alignment number 8 said you have to be very mindful of bad advice, bad partnerships, bad unions, because you love wholeheartedly and you attract people, men and women, that needs help and healing on all levels. You love your family, but there's certain things that they may not have told you in your past or from their past, and they may have kept to themselves, especially because of that 8 frequency. And people born with that 8 alignment or pinnacle number or achievement number is really supposed to run big business, run their own business. They just have to learn to walk the walk and not talk it. So even if it's a spiritual business, you're supposed to set up something that's going to bring love and balance and healing to the world, because your life path adds up to a number 6. When I add 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 9, that adds up to 33. So your life path, when you add it across, is another master number 33. And like I said about the other 33s that came up here, that is the Christ anointed energy. The 33 is the number of using that anointed energy to serve the greater good for humanity. So all that you've learned and earned throughout the years, you need to return it to yourself, but also bring it to the forefront to the world, whether you decide to write it or not, or express it through theater, and or there's something about good theater and some good music that you love. But you're overthinking, and you're not supposed to overthink. You're scattered with your thoughts, because even that name Lisa adds up to a number 14 in the Pythagorean, but it adds up to a number 8 in the Chaldean, which is a number of discipline, where it's there to control the scattered thoughts and be willing to delve into what you spiritually attract and what you've always loved to do. So sometimes, although you're 55, you can go back into time and find what you've always loved to do in your development cycle, because the development cycle in your younger age is where there was some of the things that you used to love to do. You need to bring it back to the forefront and turn it into something that can be tangible for this realm right now, because you are an old soul. You and people like Floyd Mayweather are old souls. That's why he worked so hard to take care of his family. He worked so hard to retire his mother and father. He worked hard to do that. No matter what y'all call him and what y'all think of him, you have that same similar energy. But you, because your life path adds up to that number 6, and that number 6 in one aspect, but adds up to a master number 33 in another aspect, your job is to help humanity in a reciprocal manner. Because you don't like when people are not reciprocal with their energy, and you don't like when people are not loyal. Who used to sing that song? These girls ain't loyal. What, that Drake? That's a Drake song, I think. These hoes ain't loyal. What was it?
I don't remember the artist.
And he born on the 24th. Interesting. If it is Drake, he born on the 24th of October. If it is Drake. So you need loyalty, but you need the balance of love and respect. But as you're getting older, you have to protect your energy, because you're in that. 1969 is 25, which deals with endurance. It deals with experience. It deals with observation and turning what you've endured over the years and what you've experienced over the years into something that can be helpful to the world, even if it's on a minute level. In other words, do not leave this planet without sharing your gift. Do not leave this planet without sharing your gift. I'm talking to Lisa. Lisa, don't leave this planet without sharing the gift that you was born with. And a lot of people keep on looking for this purpose. You know your purpose. It's just that as you've gotten older, you've been clouded and you've gotten away from your purpose. All of us have at some point in time, because the purpose is something that you love so much that you will do it for free. Even if you love to talk, if you love to help people, you would do it for free and don't get paid for it, because you want to see the goodness and the helpfulness of service to the people, because that's what you came to do with these 6 energies and the master number 33 when you add it across. So there's 2 different levels of this number 6 energy that you have, because when you add that 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 5, that adds up to 24 also. So there's all this healing and helpful numbers. And you could feel like you're alone in the world, because you don't feel that, you get the certain amount of help that you need to make your dreams manifest and do what you want to do and have things happen. But this is the cycle that you're in. The wisdom cycle is the cycle that you're supposed to learn, earn, and return to yourself. And right now in this cycle, you might be spending a lot of time to yourself, trying to learn yourself, the spiritual aspect of yourself now. And it's all right, but don't dwell there negatively. Be willing to push it outwardly positive. Whatever you meditate on manifests, because 7 is the number of the law of attraction. So whatever you put out there with your mind and your thoughts, you can attract it, but you got to be willing to be disciplined with it, and you got to be willing to be loving with it. I hope that serves its greatest purpose for you, my dear. All right, we're going to get rid of that person right now. One more person. One more. Natanya just gave us a donation. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, my dear Natanya. Thank you for your donation. One more person we have is this person. This is the one that's for her daughter, also her daughter. That's the one, Marsha, you were talking about.
Marsha,
yeah.
Okay.
That's the last one. Last person, last call for alcohol. I know.
Get to the bar. Your references are from your party days. We understand.
Yes. Do not circulate any more funds. We about to close out of this.
Said never.
So we're going to this. Her daughter Leah. That's my sister's name is Leah. Leah. Right. All right. It's the last one. So I thank everybody for tuning in and locking in. Thank you very much. Big up to Hakeem Green. Hakeem Green hit me up. Y'all know from Channel Live. What's up, Hakeem? Hakeem was on earlier. Channel Live. My brother from another mother. He born February 3rd, so I know my brother Hakeem. I've had him speak at a lecture years ago. Big up to Hakeem Green. I know he probably off because I know he's a busy man. But big up to Hakeem Green wherever he is. You ever heard of Hakeem Green, Channel Live? You ever heard of that rap group, Channel Live? Yeah. The brother's there. He used to have locks. Now he bald headed now. So, so he used to have locks back in the day. He about your complete, no, a little lighter than you. Huh?
What type of music?
Hip hop, rap music. Go back. I go back with BDP, man. Bronx Boogie Down Productions. I go back with all them dudes. Oh, man. Enough respect to Hakeem, wherever he is. I seen him in the chat earlier, but I wasn't able to shout him out. I forgot about shouting him out.
All right.
Somebody asked if I'm going to support Sister Abundance Child. No, that she's in Delaware. I'm not going to be able to make that one. I'm not going to be able to support Abundance Child. She's in Delaware. I'm in Georgia. Go ahead. Oh, let me put you up in front. I'm sorry. Go ahead. There you go.
And stand still. So the moon card.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Cancer. So what's that sound?
What sound is that?
It's
what? The air conditioner? That's the air conditioner.
Okay. There's an anger.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like you're angry towards, or she has an anger towards a maternal, her mother, or a mother figure. Yeah, there is a anger. Like the energy is very chaotic in a sense, chaotic. So the supporting cards, simplicity and stand still. So whatever is happening in your immediate life, there's a need and a yearning to be more still, to experience a simpler life, a calmer, less chaotic life. And that will help to quell the anger that you're feeling towards this person. Yeah, there's an inner dissatisfaction. This is not something that is evident on the, well, it could be evident, but it's not what you're showing willingly or consciously. This is something that you're battling with in your mind and in your mind, in your body, in your soul, but it's internal. So when our emotions are out of balance, when we're unable to find ways to make sense or even express them, they can cause havoc and damage in different parts of our lives. So as the supporting cards are saying, you really embrace the simplicity. Even if it feels like it's challenging to do so, there isn't a real opportunity. Create that opportunity for her. Yeah, create that opportunity for her. Slow down. All right. I am complete.
Oh, and she also paid for herself too. So here, that's her. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her. That's her mother. That's the mother.
The mother. Okay.
Right. So I didn't see that. I just seen it, but I just recognized she put it in the chat earlier. So she did.
All right. So I'm gonna pull for her.
Don't make me wait another night.
Woohoo!
You know that song?
No.
Woohoo! Okay.
I do not. I do not.
Don't make me wait another night. The night is the night.
Celebration. I don't know why that song, Madonna song, but celebration. So this is the Four of Wands. The energy and vibration is celebration. We're moving into your season where you really get to shine. And the sun, moving into the solstice where the sun gets more face time, you're able to really show up in your true regal. The supporting cards is empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. And then the void. Stop. Embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. This is the one we had before. And look at that. So pretty. So we're in the time period where it's about celebration. But are you allowing yourself to be in that space of celebration? Or are you allowing the overthinking brain to capitalize on you? Are you allowing your ego to really take up space? So being that, you know, you're the type of person who is very outgoing, you're the life of the party, you're always bringing the energy, you care for others, you're always creating space to help as many people as you can. That's in your nature, to give, give, give. But are you giving too much of yourself and not allowing yourself, or not giving your own self that attention and care to really replenish and enjoy the season, your season that we're moving within right now? So take more time for yourself. Stop, embrace winter, even though we're moving into summer. Winter is about stillness. It's where we slow down. It's where we go into hibernation. It's where, you know, seeds germinate and they rest. Because in this season that we're moving within life, we are reborn, and the sun helps us to be reborn as it is being reborn itself. So before you step into your birth month, your birth day, consciously choose with clear intention how you want your next iteration, your next life cycle to look like. And consciously decide by carving out exactly what it is and how it will look like for you to take care of yourself and really nurture your own path, so that you don't feel depleted, so that you don't feel like you are not getting from the people what you expect from them. Start to give to yourself what it is that you are seeking from others, so that you don't deplete yourself, and so that you have the right feeling or not feeling space to embrace your divine season that we're moving within. I'm complete.
You're complete?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Fully loaded. Yes. I'm so glad we had this time together. No, I'm gonna do her and her daughter. I got both of them up on the board here. Oh man, but the daughter's what, 6 years old? Okay. Okay. Daughter's 6. Starting with the moms. How y'all doing? First of all, family, do not circulate any more funds, please. This is the last 2 that I'm doing. Last 2 she just did. So let me put that up on the board. Let me keep on scrolling that on the board.
Scrolling.
Exactly.
I'm just like more lucid, so you guys don't judge me.
Yes. We like that. And that's the way it is.
Oh, it's not that time after midnight.
And that's it. It's 11:15. 11:15. So let me scroll that. Let me keep this scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Scrolling, 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 scrolling down the river. We're gonna start off with mom. We're gonna go. uh, we're gonna go with mom first. Mom, your this is your last crossroads cycle that you're finishing up this year. So your birthday is coming up in another few weeks. When you add the 7 plus 29 plus 2024, it adds up to 2006. I mean, 2060, which 2 plus 0 plus 6 plus 0 equals 8. So right now you're coming out of a 7-year cycle, your last crossroads, and hopefully you did all the necessary educational things, the things that you had to learn online, because you're coming out of a crossroad. And I hope you made the definitive decisions of who you wanted and who you don't want in your life in these last 4 years. Hope you restructured and reorganized yourself. I hope you got the promotions that you need or the business that you needed to set up, because according to your life path, you're definitely supposed to run your own business. And your daughter, you need to, because she's going to watch, and because she's born with an alignment number 8, she has to run her own business because she's supposed to leave a legacy. 7 plus 10 equals 17. That is the legacy leaving numbers of corporation, business, things that, even if she work a job, she's going to be propelled to the top. Your life path adds up to a number 10 where her personality is a 10. So anything that you've done throughout your life, you was more than likely propelled to the top, because there's something about the numbers that you have on being born on the 29th, which is the 11th, that also propels you to excel at a certain level and bring you up to a higher level, especially being a part of some type of team. You're good at teamwork, but you're not good at deceiving work. You're good at teamwork, but you're not good at deceiving work. You don't like when people try to deceive you. You will argue people. You say what you mean and mean what you say if you have to. But you just got to be able to say it with love and respect, because you do have a mouth on you, Mom. I can tell by the numbers, right? You have a mouth on you. The number 9 says what they mean and mean what they say. The number 11, because of the double 1 energy, says what they mean and mean what they says. And sometimes it comes from what they intuitively have to say to that person. And the life path number 1 says what they mean, but they say it in a direct manner. They cut like a sword. It cuts like a sword. I have a sword hanging up over here too. Cuts like a sword. That's how we was trained in the samurai. When you have those 1 energies around you, and that young lady is going to cut like a sword also. She will say something out of the nowhere and just try to shut everybody down because of the 9, the 1, and the 8 energy. And she got to be very careful as she's getting older to be getting into arguments with her peers, her little friends, even at the park. You watch her in the park. You know what I'm saying? She might get into something. Protect that energy. I would take her to either some type of martial arts or some type of boxing. Learn the footwork, learn how to defend herself. I suggest that just by looking at her number, if that makes any sense to you. I suggest that, very important, very important. It's not a game. It's not a game. And because you're born under the healing 29, which is 11, people born on the 29th came here to do some healing work. And because your alignment numbers are number 9 or your pinnacle, you came here to serve the greater good for humanity, even on an international level. So I wouldn't be surprised if you work for some corporation or work for your own business that can reach the world through the internet or on an international level. There was something about language you need to learn, but make sure you teach her different languages. She will do well in languages because the more languages y'all learn, the more you can make money in those languages. That's where her 8 is. That's why she has to leave a legacy. She's born under the same frequency as Tariq Nasheed, similar frequency. She's born the same day as Amanda Seals, also have a similar frequency. Also, Missy Elliott has that similar frequency because they're born July the 1st. She's born July the 10th. So they're here to do it because the alignment number adds up to the 8, whether you do July 1st or July 10th or July 19th or July 28th. It's just that they're Cancer. She's a little bit more, both of them are all Cancer. So they're all sensitive about certain things that they do. They're sensitive about their ish. They're very sensitive about their ish. Like Erica Badu said, I'm sensitive about my hip. Sensitive. So you got to learn how to help her to curb her sensitivity and bring balance to it. Nothing wrong with it. Just bring balance to it. Because you don't have to be overly sensitive. You have to bring balance to where logic and sensitivity can work together, where the left and the right hemisphere can work together. And because you have the master number here, you have the ability to help her do just that. You have the ability to do just that with her. And with her name, the gift that you have given her with that name, LEAH 3 3 5 5 1 1 8 5. When you add all of that together, that's 8 and 8, 16, 17. Again, that 17 shows up. She's here to leave legacy. She has the gift of understanding finance from a physical and a spiritual perspective. So teach her the importance of understanding the law of attracting money, but also understanding what currency is. Because currency is energy. And she's born just by the Pythagorean system that she is born with the 17, which is the legacy leaving number. In my book, I talk about it being that you're supposed to leave that she has the gift to leave something behind. And she has to be creative and spiritual with it. So develop her creative aspect of who she are and teach her how to meditate and settle her energy in so she can divinely be connected to the universe that she just came from 6 years ago. She's new. Her life path, her destiny number from her first name, her active name, that's 10, 13, 14. She's very energetic, yes. The 1 and the 5 are youthful numbers, but the 8 is here to discipline that youthful numbers. In other words, she has to learn how to work like an adult, but think like a child, because in the childlike thinking, you too, because you have youthful numbers also. Work like an adult, but think like a child, because in your childlike attitude is where creativity shines its best. And both of you are able to shine. Even the year that you're born adds up to a 19, which is a 10, and her year that she's born adds up to a 10. Both of y'all had the wheel of fortune energy. So whatever you put your mind to, even together, if 29 plus the 10 equals 39, and 39 equals the 12, which is a 3, y'all need to express and expand if y'all decided to create a business together. It would be nice for y'all to create a series of books around your child's life if you had to, because again, leaving a book or a children's book series called Leah's Adventure or The Adventure of Leah. I'm giving you an ideal. It's up to you whether you use this ideal or not. Because Leia is known as a biblical name, but Leia is also known from the Star Wars franchise. Think about that. So that name is here to leave legacy because Star Wars has been running for years. Star Wars is older than her 3-4 times. So Princess Leia, that's a very powerful name that you gave her. And if she's not willing to leave that legacy and understand financial stability and the wherewithal on how to use money, then she will lose money if she don't learn how to use money. Let me say that again for the people in the back of the universe. Let me smack you in the head. If you have 8 or 17 or any of those frequency, 26 and all that, if you don't learn how to use money, you will lose money. So I hope
that's the truth.
I hope what I just said. And because you're going into an 8-year cycle this year, officially on your birthday, but you're feeling the effects, this is a good year for you to invest, but you had to do the necessary research of what you wanted to invest in. It's just like, I may have not taken the quote unquote Jabberwocky, but you know I'm making money from Pfizer off of the stocks. I don't smoke cannabis, but I'm making money off of the stocks. I use toilet paper. I made money off of the stocks of toilet paper, especially during that whole time. I'm not stupid. So you got to know when to, load it, know when to fold it. You got to know when to load it in and know when to fold it. So I don't have that stock no more as far as Pfizer. I don't have that stock no more, but I still have cannabis and I still have toilet paper because I know people going to need toilet paper. People invest in things that you commonly use in your household. Teacher investment, because that is your job. And because she came through with the frequency of investment and international connection, if you teach her from now, from 6 years of age, learning the children's cash flow game or rich dad, poor dad cash flow game, go teach her that. Play Monopoly, like I said for the other child. Play Monopoly with these children so they'll understand how to invest, and let them realize that this is spiritual as well as physical, because the word money adds up to master number 22. It's a spiritual master. And if you mistreat that beautiful, beautiful woman named money, it will mistreat your ass too. Excuse my language. And 8 is a feminine number. If you mistreat the frequency of money, it will mistreat you too. It will do what it do to you. That's why it's not the love of money is not the root of all evil. Money is exactly what it is. Money. It's an exchange, just like cowrie shells used to be an exchange, just like cows and goats and sheep and bulla beef in Jamaica. We used to exchange our bulla beef and rice for each other. It's an exchange. It's a currency. So it's about knowing how to use the currency for the highest value of it, but not to be caught up in it being evil, but recognizing that you need it and it allows you to have choices when you make the right investments. That's all. Having choices. Because you see what's happening with celebrities that have too much goddamn money. They don't know what the hell to do. They're getting all messed up and they mistreating people. You show her to be disciplined, to be direct, but yet be a paradigm shifter. And she got the paradigm shifting Wheel of Fortune numbers throughout her whole chart. And the 9 says she needs to be international, just like your 9 said that your parents should have taught you from young, international connections. There's something about language you should have learned, or you already learned. Maybe it's Spanish or French or something that you used to love. But if you could live vicariously through her, that's why her life path is a 9 and your alignment numbers are 9. So you can live vicariously through her and teach her different languages. So if you learn French, you could write and make money in France or in Canada. If you learn Spanish, you can make money in Cuba, Venezuela, Ecuador, Brazil, anywhere that speaks Spanish. She got the money, legacy, leaving frequency. She's supposed to have property and all of that when she gets older. But you got to teach it from now. And if you teach a child from young, they will never depart. Praise the Lord and pass the chicken. I don't even eat chicken. How deep that is. All right, family, we are done. Finito. Go ahead. What you want to say? What you got?
Before we finish, Spirit has me. I'm no longer hot. I want to.
Look what she said. She just did a book with her daughter. She just did a book. We just did a book.
Hey, look at that.
That's about leaving legacy.
Numbers don't lie.
I got grandchildren. They're gonna see this smile all the rest of their life. He's like, Marshall,
Okay.
yes.
So I want to play. You guys don't leave yet. I want to play a solar plex chakra healing sound. So just want to play the sound bowl. And to just clear our energy, I have some water in. Water helps to amplify the energy. And since it's 11:31, we're all going or should be heading to our beds to have a restful sleep. So if you will, allow me to share this with you. Wherever you're sitting, I hope it's a quiet space that you could just sit and really breathe, deep belly breathing, and take in the energy that is coming from these sounds. Ashe, thank you all for joining us and for allowing us into your energetic field to help give you some insight and love.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. I'm playing with you. I'll pretend that I was frozen, but I blinked.
Oh, Simon. Ew.
Thank you very much for that. That was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, go relax. I'll come to you right after we put you in the background. I'll close it out. Oh, my battery low. That's what it's saying. Oh, Lord have mercy. Battery low.
Where's See you next week, everyone.
Yes. All right. All right, darling. Thank you very much. And family, we want to thank all of you for coming through. And that was good. Beautiful. She's going to get some sleep now. We're going to get some sleep now. She already comfortable. She already comfortable. She's going to get some sleep for that relaxation. See, thank you for that relaxation. Wasn't that beautiful?
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Sound bowl. We're gonna have to bring her to Atlanta to do sound bowl here too. Come on, sound it off, girl. They got a whole bunch of people that want to sound it off, and they the sound bowl sound like a rock band. I'm like, what the heck going on here?
Yeah. And the more we have, like I have a full set, well, almost a full set. So yeah, that's more. It works on the different chakra. This one is for the solar plex. So yeah.
Wow. Good.
Linda, you're very welcome.
We're so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh and play a sound bowl. Lesson that we can come here to serve you. For the time is supposed to take so long. Saranada, peace, Irie, it's love. All right, let me close out. Take care. We'll see you next time. Peace. Hold on, wait there. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Hey everyone, it's 𝐊𝐞𝐫𝐿, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I am thrilled to introduce to you an extraordinary weekend event happening right here in Miami, Florida on August 3rd and 4th. It's none other than the second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards weekend. After the tremendous success of last year's event with over 1,200 attendees from around the globe, we knew we had to make this year's event even more spectacular. On Saturday, we have a captivating conference lined up featuring world-renowned speakers such as Muhammad Ibrahim, Merkaba 13, Robert Grant, 𝐊𝐸𝐿 and a women's panel hosted by Elizabeth Carson. Following the conference, we'll set sail for a VIP yacht cruise at sunset where you'll have the chance to mingle with your favorite nominees and celebrity guests, all hosted by yours truly, 𝐊𝐸𝐿. On Sunday, August 4th, kicks off with a Forbidden Knowledge book publishing signing event, followed by the highly anticipated second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. This is a red carpet affair, so come dressed to impress. Remember last year we surprised a lucky guest with an Audi A4 during the awards, and this year we're upping the ante with a chance to win a Mercedes-Benz. So make sure you secure your tickets early. This event is sure to sell out quickly. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you there for what promises to be an unforgettable weekend.